rescued alive from the rubble of a collapsed building. This nearly 23 hours after an earthquake killed at least 38 people and injured more than 800 others. One of the children died soon after being saved, and a fourth child is still trapped in the building. More than 5,500 first responders are trying to reach survivors, sometimes listening with headphones. This is CBS News.
Good morning and welcome to CBS This Morning.
Join Tony DeCopel, Anthony Mason, and Gail King weekday mornings on CBS This Morning.
Hey, it's Dana Cortez.
DJ Automatic, Anthony 8.
With surprisingly great rates, State Farm is the real deal in care and home insurance, and State Farm agents are ready to help with personalized service so you can customize your insurance. I've been using State Farm for years. I love them.
All this is backed up by award-winning, easy-to-use technology.
You can manage your coverage, pay your bill, and file a claim with the State Farm mobile app.
And it's a great price with even greater service. So when you want the real deal, like your good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't you love that feeling when you've just nailed your look? That's how it feels to use Stitch Fix, your personal styling service that delivers hand-picked clothes right to you. Stitch Fix is simple and convenient. Sign up in just a few minutes, and you can try out new styles right at home. And there's no subscription required, ever. So, isn't it time you started nailing your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, personal styling for everybody.
Set me free like a take my heart away. Promise me just one more night, then we'll go our separate ways. We always had time on our sides, now it's fading fast. Every second, every moment, we've got to make it last. Touch you once, I touch you twice, I won't let go at any price. I need you now, like I need you then. You always said we'd still be friends someday. If you leave, I won't cry, I won't waste one single day. But if you leave, don't look back, I'll be running the other way. 7 years went under the bridge, like time standing still. Heaven knows what happens now. You gotta say you will. Touch you once, I touch you twice, I won't let go at any price. I need you now, like I need you then. You always said we'd meet again. Touch you twice, I won't let go at any price. I need you now, like I need you then. You always said we'd meet again someday.
Zombies have the right idea. Stumble through life, eat whatever's in front of your face. Happy Halloween.
Mysterious and spooky, they're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum, when people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family. Neat, sweet, petite, so get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on, we're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
Down in Louisiana where the black trees grow, live
Give me a little charm that'll make me rich. Give me $1 million and I'll tell you what I'll do. This very night I'm gonna marry you, and it'll be another man done gone. So Marie done some magic and she shook a little sand, made $1 million and she put it in his hand. Then she giggled and she wiggled and she said, hey, hey, I'm getting ready for my wedding day. But oh, handsome Jack, he said, goodbye, Marie. You're too damn ugly for a rich man like me. Then Marie started mumbling, her fangs started gnashing, her body started trembling and her eyes started flashing, and she went, another man done gone. Oh, if you ever get down where the black trees grow, and me a voodoo lady named Marie Laveau, if she ever asks you to make her your wife, man, you better stay with her for the rest of your life, or it'll be another man done gone. Pretty whack, too.
What would we be on a funny one for Halloween, right? That's Bobby Bear and Marie Laveau. Ooh! It's one of those songs that's like an earworm. It just sticks with you forever now. It's stuck with me for well over 40 years. I'll just say that. How long have I been in radio?
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Maybe it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Maybe it's not occasional constipation. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. You may be able to talk to a doctor online. Visit linzess.com. Sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
Peak Family Medicine and Urgent Care is now open in Gunnison. Peak is here for all of your family and business needs, including workers' compensation and pre-employment testing. Peak isn't just urgent care. Our providers are well trained to handle your chronic conditions as well. Call 970-614-5055 or go to peakpros.org for more information. Again, that's 970-614-5055 or go to peakpros.org.
Downtime isn't an option when there's a job to do. Introducing the BF Goodrich Tradesman Support Program, the only tire program for tradesmen. Join and get up to $100 off a set of 4 BF Goodrich all-terrain TAKO2 tires, a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and a roadside and worksite assistance program. Kick downtime off the job site. See your dealer for full details.
Precision Automotive is your local dealer, also offering expert automotive service and repair for over 36 years in the Gunnison country. Call 641-4040 or request an appointment online at precisionauto.net. Hey, head for the Wet Grocer, your thirst quencher headquarters in town for 30 years. And the Wet Grocer is the winner of the People's Choice Award for the last 3 years with the most experienced staff in town. Great customer service, the trademark of the Wet Grocer, with those special orders coming in quick. And it's easy in and easy out with 2 huge parking lots. Boats and RVs are no problem. The Wet Grocer, Tamichi in Iowa, 641-5054.
Americans got money.
Are you hungry? Well, your Gunnison McDonald's has you covered. Our drive-thru is open and ready to serve you the hottest, juiciest quarter pounder with cheese made with 100% fresh beef. How about an Egg McMuffin or some Chicken McNuggets? Thirsty? Come by and enjoy a $1 any size soft drink. McDonald's is open and ready to serve you tasty food and drinks right in the comfort and safety of your car. Come on over. We'd love to see you. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Hi, I'm Trudy Vader, your unaffiliated candidate for County Commissioner. The voters of Gunnison have a crystal clear choice for a District 2 race. Voters may choose me. I'm formally trained and have a graduate degree in leadership and policy studies and 8 years experience proven servant leadership in high-risk poverty schools. Or my opponent, who is a self-professed politician. His leadership experience has come through political offices. Voters may choose me, a proven leader who focuses on the priority needs. For Gunnison, that includes housing in the valley and safe drinking water in Somerset. Or my opponent, who has failed to address the housing crisis. In 2017, he committed to 200 houses. By 2020, the county has built 8 units to date. I asked my opponent about Somerset contaminated water. His response was, they have a water board. Vote for me. Gunnison needs a commissioner who cares and addresses the priority needs of all of our community members. Learn more, go to votetrudyvader.com.
89.
If that's what it takes me, baby, to show how much you mean to me. And I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime, spend my time so foolishly, but now that I've found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all my eyes can see.
Some people tell me we play the best music on the radio. Others tell me to stop talking so we can play more of the best music on the radio. As you wish.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. I don't want one time see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple listen. Some things you can never choose, even if you try, yeah. You're banging your head again, 'cause somebody won't let you in. One chance, one love, your chance to let me know. We can't go on, just running away. If we stay any longer, we will surely never get away. Anything you want, we can make it happen. Stand up and turn around, never let them shoot us down. Never, 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 never run away. Hey baby, you know it's true. Why you bother lying when you know that you want it to? Don't you dare deny me. Walk those legs right over here. Give me what I'm dying for. One chance, one love. Hold me down, never let me go. We can't go on, just running away. If we wait any longer, we will surely never get away. Anything you want, we can make it happen. Stand up and turn around, never let them shoot us down. Never, 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 never run away. Never, never, never run away. Hey baby, I'm talking to you. Stop yourself and listen. Some things you can never choose, even if you try, yeah. You're banging your head again, 'cause somebody won't let you in. One chance, one love, your chance to let me know. We can't go on, just running away. If we stay any longer, we will surely never get away. Oh, oh. Never, oh, oh. Never, we can't go on. Never, we can't go on. Never,
Ann and Nancy Wilson, better known as Heart, that is Never. Ann and Nancy grew up in a military family. They eventually ended up in Seattle. They joined a male group known as Army, and then later on changed the name of the group to White Heart, and finally just Heart. They were kind of like the Fleetwood Mac of Seattle, if you remember. But what a great group, Heart and Never.
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Maybe it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Maybe it's not occasional constipation. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. You may be able to talk to a doctor online. Visit linzess.com, sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
When you enter your home, what's the first thing you see? What's the first thing everyone sees? Well, it's your floors. And whether it's carpet, vinyl, or hardwood, you deserve the best quality and the best installation. Choice Floors, a local family-owned flooring company here in Gunnison County, will install residential or commercial floors in your home or business with the best quality flooring products. Some with a lifetime warranty. And the folks at Choice Floors take pride in their work. As a family-owned business located in CB South, they're easily accessible. Visit the showroom and warehouse at 310 Elko Avenue or call 970-433-1208. Choice Floors, bringing quality flooring to Gunnison. These days, there are a lot of ways to apply for a mortgage loan. By mail, over the phone, even online. But getting a mortgage is an important financial decision. Wouldn't you feel better sitting down face-to-face and working with an expert you know and trust right here in the Gunnison country, like your personal loan officer at Gunnison Savings and Loan? At Gunnison Savings, they can help you determine what your home is actually worth, what type of mortgage loan is best for you, and what your payment will be, and even more. Gunnison Savings and Loan will be there with you every step of the way, even after you get your loan. So whether you're looking to buy a new or existing home or refinance the one you have, give Gunnison Savings and Loan a call first. 641-2171 or 303 North Main in Gunnison.
Did a distracted driver damage your beautiful car today? Put down the cell phone, people. Hi, it's Alan Roach, and Menke is the auto body repair shop I recommend. They will match that paint perfectly, get rid of those dents, and give you a limited lifetime warranty. These are the people you can trust with your ride. Want a hassle-free repair? Take it to Menke and get a free estimate today. Go to MAHNKEautobody.com for a location near you.
Do you need a new mattress or sofa? Well, then stop by Back at the Ranch Furniture. From modern, modern to rustic, we offer a wide selection of more than 40 brands of furniture to suit your unique style. And our extensive lineup of Beauty Rest and Serta mattresses will suit any budget, with queen mattresses starting at $299. And if you need help finding the perfect conversation piece or designing or laying out your floor plan, our knowledgeable sales staff will work with you to meet your needs. Many of our items are customizable and handcrafted, giving you endless options for that hard-to-fit space or unique look you're after. And we continually bring in new items and new looks from around the world. So transform your home with a new look from Back at the Ranch Furniture, 100 West Spencer Avenue in Gunnison. Or visit us at backattheranchfurniture.com.
Only for a moment, and the moment's gone. in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind.
Silence is golden. Unless you have a ton of great music to play. Then, silence is for the birds.
John Cougar Mellencamp. That's before he dropped the name Cougar, and that has hurt so good. You know that John Mellencamp is a talented painter, almost became an artist. Yeah, after graduating from Vincennes University in Indiana, he took a trip to New York, checked out the Art Students League. I was going to say lounge, but the Art Students League, where he considered taking some classes. On the trip, he dropped off demo tapes at some record companies and management companies before heading back to Indiana. He got a call from one of the management agencies that wanted to take him on, and they gave him an offer. For a 21-year-old guy fresh out of college, money coming in was better than money going out. Don't you know that? That's right? He didn't give up painting, though. One of his paintings actually hangs in the governor's mansion in Indiana. John Cougar Mellencamp, truly an artist.
Welcome, Cowboy fans, to a beautiful Saturday afternoon and a matinee matchup for high school football, where the Paonia Eagles, coming out of Paonia High School, made the trek over to take on your Gunnison Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a big win in Cedar Ridge last weekend, and the first varsity win that they've logged in 4 years after ditching the varsity program and going JV for development reasons and coming back. Everybody, I'm John Solonik along with Kruthop.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for coming along here. Cowboys doing a great job this season. They dropped 2 games coming in. They dropped to 2 top 10 1A teams. They lost to Florence 32-8 in the very first opening varsity game for the year in the COVID Bowl, and then moving on and was defeated up in Moffett, Colorado 42-0 by another inside the top 10 teams in 1A. But lessons were learned, and they got their game back together. Whatever the coaches were doing, got the defense back on, found the offense once again. And Crew, what are they going to need to do to pull it off against Paonia coming in here at 0-3?
I'll tell you, John, after hearing your call on the game last week, it sounds like the Cowboys did a great job throwing the ball downfield and just getting protection for Marchitelli. I think with the running game that the Eagles are going to try and bring in here, if their defense can provide a little bit of a wall in front of them, I think they'll be a happy team at the end of the day.
So Cowboys looking to extend their lead based on state reps coming in right now, number 8 in the state for 1A football. That's what happens when you lose to some top big teams and take a good win away from a 2-0 Cedar Ridge team. This game right here is going to continue to propel the Cowboys hopefully into that playoff picture. Playoffs this year a little bit different as we take a look at 6 games this year, as it's a little bit more modified because of the COVID and the coronavirus. So 6 games total. This will be game number 4. So halfway in the books right now. The second half of this season is going to determine whether or not Cowboys are able to make it all the way. And it looks like we're getting ready for a little the national anthem, this time being sung by Katrina Cook. And maybe we're just a little bit farther away. But players to watch this afternoon, Nico Marchitelli running a good pass line like you talked about. Finally, the front line was able to give him a little bit of time to find some passing yardage as well as some running yardage. Marchitelli coming in as the leading runner and rusher with 38 carries and 220 yards. Looking for both Spencer Dickey and Matt Solonic as he moves to the air as well. So good, well-rounded offense run last week. I would imagine they're going to keep some things the same.
Yeah, I think the depth of the Cowboys is going to come in big this game and throughout the rest of the season. Looking at this roster, they've got a lot of guys, and they got a lot of guys on the stat sheet. I'm hoping they can get a lot of these guys in and get them some little more playing time. And by the end of the year, these guys will have a well-rounded front.
Well, and that's been the goal. Coach Jared Hinton, the head coach of the Cowboys, 4 years ago took over and went 0 for season and then moved his program into the JV side of things so that we could have a little bit of development time and some retention of players. We had lost quite a few of players. We're going to go ahead and cut to the national anthem sung by Katrina Cook.
And the Gunnison Cowboys. Today's officials, referee Jason Holson, umpire Robert Scharrer, line judge Andrew Bruris, and line judge Bob Brown. The Gunnison High School faculty and staff would like to announce to all participants today to please maintain social distancing and wear masks and hang out with your family and or household group. If you'll please stand and remove your cover for the singing of the national anthem by Gunnison High School senior Katarina Cook.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Katrina Cook, a senior here at Gunnison High School. And thanks to Katrina. Nice work there. So back to talking about the Cowboys. Cowboys made some big shifts this last game against Cedar Ridge. One of the big moves was to shift around both Caleb Vincent and Nico Marchitelli on the defensive side of the ball. Both of them went to the respective defensive ends and to provide a little bit more support on the sidelines versus Nico Marchitelli, the quarterback. As everybody knows, as we've called him before on the offensive side, but never on the defensive side until this last game. What a big difference that made last week against Cedar Ridge Bruins.
Yeah, I think that can play a huge part of the game plan today, John, with the running back for the Paonia Eagles, Dom Felice. He's their leading rusher, and from the looks of it, he likes to hit that edge, and having those ends out there is really going to help.
Well, what should also help is we take a look at the linebackers today. Sam Buchanan, who had a really tough game against Moffett as far as some tackling went, and came out and basically spearheaded, put the team on his shoulders, and carried the Cowboys on the defensive side of the ball out of the linebacker position, helped out by Spencer Dickey on the outside, as well as Braden Duncan and Peyton Frias. Gabe Perez has been playing on the safety side of things, and just some small adjustments against a really good Cedar Ridge Bruins team. Came out victorious as they won 20-7, held the lead the entire time. First time the Cowboys were able to stop the number one drive and then turn their own first drive into a touchdown. So back to receive Rocky Marchitelli and Matt Solonic. Back deep for the Cowboys. Cowboys moving from north to south. That's right to left on your radio screen. So Cowboys will have the first opportunity at the offensive side. Little last-second communication with the umpires there. Side judge coming finally back all the way off. So 12 minutes goes up on the clock as we're going to get things started here as kicker number 42. That's going to be Jorge Carrillo, a sophomore for the Eagles. Eagles with a pretty small program here, only 21 players rostered on the road today, and that was actually a kick coming from the opposite side. Number 11, Simon Cox, comes in and tries an onside kick right away against the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are going to start off with some great field position as it's going to be fielded. I didn't see who picked that up. I believe it was Vincent.
That was Royce Urich, who was on the front line. He was ready for it.
That's not the first time we've heard Royce's name come up. He had a great time against Cedar Ridge in special teams. But Cowboys going to get started off at their own 45-yard line as Nico Marchitelli comes out to lead the march. Welcome, gang. I'm John Solonic along with Chris Kruthop, bringing you a little high school matinee football on a Halloween day. Not a whole lot scary about the day right now, except for the Cowboys about ready to tear apart the Eagles. And Marchitelli's going to come out with a single setback. He's going to move Solonic in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep to Solonic. Comes around from right to left. We got a flag on the play, and that'll bring an immediate whistle.
Yeah, they blew that dead right before they got it going. It looks like it was movement up on the front line.
So what started off to look like an opening play that was going to gain some big yards. Solonic had a lot of green grass right there, but that's going to go against the Cowboys. That'll take it back, and Eagles, because they didn't get an option to even get that play off, will go back. It'll be 1st and 15 back on the Cowboy 40-yard line.
Yeah, just a little early game jitters. These guys will get it out of their system pretty quick.
Marchitelli back up. He's going to run a double split out to the left. He's going to have a single setback in Braden Duncan. This time, same play. He's going to go to Solonic on the jet sweep. Solonic gets outside. He's to midfield before he gets hauled down hard. Solonic will be forced out at about the 48-yard line, so into Eagles territory go the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a great seal block on that outside. I believe that was Dickey.
Cowboys in a hurry-up offense right here. They're going to line up Solonic and Dickey out to the weak side of the field. Plenty of room out there. Braden Duncan, the single setback with a split out, and Mike Reiser to the left. Marchitelli out of the shotgun. Quick look over to Reiser. Reiser catches it and gets about another 7 yards. That's going to be enough for a first down and then some. That'll actually be marked inside the 40-yard line at about the 39, maybe the 30. Nope, right at the 40-yard line is where they're going to place it. Chains are going to move. First down and 10, Cowboys.
That was a great catch by Reiser. He really reached out and snatched that and then got upfield and got a few extra yards.
Reiser on the IR last weekend, so did not play against Cedar Ridge. Was stepped in by Ezra Hartzell, who did a great job for him. Here we go in almost what looks like a T formation, stacked heavy on the left-hand side. They're going to give it to Perez. Perez takes it around the left. He's got a first down, driven out at the 30-yard line.
Great block on the edge again by Braden Duncan and Spencer Dickey.
Cowboys looking to take this momentum as they're back into the hurry-up offense. No play call again with a T formation. They're going to run Solonic and Dickey out on the weak side. No split out to the left. This time it's going to be a handoff to Duncan. Duncan's up for 5. He's trying to get a little bit more before he's finally met by number 10, Dom Felice of the Eagles. But a nice little gain and run. It looks like they're going to give him about 6 yards after marking forward momentum, and that'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, the right side of that line on that one, John. I believe it was Archuleta really sealed that defensive end. Allowed Braden to get outside.
Again, Marchitelli back with almost again that T formation as he's got 2 backs with him. This is going to enable him to run the option. He hits Perez. Perez still on his feet. Gets about maybe a yard. Well, no, got about 5 yards there. That should be enough for a 1st down depending on the mark. They're going to move the chains. Clock will remain running with 10:22 left to go. So inside 2 minutes ticked off. And Cowboys again come to the line with momentum with a 1st and 10. Perez and Duncan are going to flank Marchitelli out of the shotgun. Double split, and Solonic and Dickey over to the right-hand side. Riser to the left. Marchitelli out, looks to pass, finds room to run. He just tucks the ball. He's get to the 10, the 5, no one untouched. That's going to be a touchdown Cowboys, and it is. Thought for a second it looked like Marchitelli might have had a foot that went out of bounds. Referee right there, though. He says no, touchdown's up, and Cowboys go up with a quick 6 with 9:55 left to go, and they're going to try for the extra point. Again, a quick, no-huddle offense as they're going to pull the swinging gate. Spencer Dickey's going to center it over to Marchitelli. He's going to swing it over to Caleb Vincent. Vincent tries to get up the middle, and it looks like he's in for the extra point. That'll be another +2. So 8-0 real quick for the Cowboys here in the 1st quarter as action gets started. I told you it's not scary because it's Halloween. It's scary because this offense is good. Gang, you're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ. We'll be right back. You're home for Cowboy football.
Chuck Hawes here with Western Slope Connection. We'd like to thank all of our customers for 15 years of business. It's been a pleasure serving you all. Swing down to the shop located on the west end of town by the car wash. We'll help you with your metal needs. We also weld up parts and pieces. We carry a good supply of welding goods as well. If you have that little something to get you ready for next summer, come see us between January and March. That's the best time for those projects to get done. At Western Slope Connection, we can weld your crack. 641-5171.
With only 2 minutes ticked off the board, the Cowboys take a quick 8-0 lead after a 20-yard drive-by or a 20-yard run by Nico Marchitelli, which was started off as a pass play. Looked like he was intended for Spencer Dickey, and Solonic were running a cut route on the right-hand side. Both of them had good coverage, and good heads up by Marchitelli to just tuck that ball and go the opposite direction and find some green grass for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was only the 2nd called pass play on that drive, John. Looks like Coach Hinton is really going to want to start this game off with their run game.
Looks like they're going to bring out Gabby Marmolejo for the kick. Normally is Jose Sanchez. Marmolejo, a soccer player typically, but with the COVID canceling his season, came on over for football. And this one's just going to be a quick little punch squib kit right on down, and the Eagles are going to fall on it. So not a whole lot of distance there as the Eagles are going to start off for their first offensive drive in fairly good field position as they're going to mark it at about the 40-yard line inside Eagles territory, and Cowboys going to have to go to work on the defensive side of the ball.
Boy, the right side of our kickoff team, John, got down there, and they almost picked that kick right out of the air.
Well, I believe that was the intention. Good kick by Gabby Marmolejo. Marmolejo, one of those kids that you don't want him playing your sport because he's going to take your position, and he's coming in strong, not normally a football player. This time the Eagles coming out of a double set. Split set, try to run up the middle, and that's going to be denied by the Cowboys after a gain of about 2.
Yeah, it looked like Buchanan was in the middle of that gang tackle.
That would be Maples joining them in. Quarterback number 17, Jason Kuntz. Kuntz, a junior for the Eagles. Kuntz, not much of a passing quarterback, at least so far. Only out of 29 attempts, he's only got 6 completions. Kuntz is going to run a formation that's kind of a split set behind him out of the shotgun position, kind of a modified pistol here, and he's going to hold on to the ball. This will nice little cut inside. He's going to be hauled down quick by number 68. That was Ty Taramarcus. We're going to hear that name a lot, as Taramarcus has been lethal on the defensive side of this ball.
Yeah, that whole defensive front and linebackers flowed right with that whole play.
He's tagged up with both Ty Taramarcus and Bogdan Maples. The strong set in there, typically joined, depending on how they move that, they'll move that around with both Nico Marchitelli and Caleb Vincent flanking that out, and then load the linebacker positions. And here comes Kuntz with his team out of the shotgun. Again, double split back. He's got a double split out to the left-hand side. Nobody to the right. Looks to pass. Hands go up. Almost blocked, but the ball finds its way through to good coverage, though. Spencer Dickey had a blanket on the intended receiver, who was number 11, Simon Cox.
Well, this is what the Cowboys want. Get a quick 3 and out by the Eagles and get that ball back and hopefully go down and do a little more damage.
4th down and 6 at almost the 40, what appears to be the 44-yard line. See if the Eagles are going to get bold and try to make up this 6, or if they're going to punt. So far, we haven't really seen them come out in the punt formation. Cowboys run a quick punt out of this formation. We'll see if the Eagles have something similar in their playbook, but they're going to run up, split ends out to the left-hand side. Again, double split behind them. Kuntz looks to pass. He's under heavy pressure. The ball is going to go down, and that was going to be a sack by number 73. That was Bogdan Maples again in on the play. A lot of pressure by the Cowboys, and that turnover is going to go against the Eagles there as far as yardage goes, and give the Cowboys a start inside their own 35-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark it at about the 34. Good defensive 4th down for the Cowboys.
Yeah, it looked like Coach Howard sent everybody on that one. There was all black in the backfield.
So Cowboys, with 8:17 left to go here in the first quarter, have an 8-0 lead as they begin their second drive. They were successful in their first one from about just inside of this ball mark right here to where Marchitelli was able to march one all the way down and get himself and his team 6 points until the extra point afterwards went to Caleb Vincent, who with some help from some of his players after meeting the wall of Eagles was able to be shoved in for the point after. That'll make it 8-0, and Marchitelli in a little bit of a different format than we've seen in the past. Double split out to the left, out of the shotgun. He's looking to go deep. Pass intended for Reiser. Reiser's trying to get there, but under good coverage by number 5, Diego Lareau. And that'll be incomplete pass, and will remain 2nd and 10.
It looked like Michael just had to step around that guy, and it kind of took him off his route. Otherwise, that would have been a great connection. Perfect pass. He just had to get around that safety.
Cowboys with a variety of options. They typically have been running a single setback. Now they're running a split set behind the quarterback or even right next door to him. And this time they're going to mix it up. They're going to run a double split out to the right-hand side, single to the left, single setback in Braden Duncan. There's a quick pass over to Reiser. Reiser catches it and makes contact, but slips 1, not 2. Now 3 tackles, and he's going to pick up enough for a first down at about 11 yards reception. Good quick pass by Marchitelli. Good second efforts by Mike Reiser.
Yep. Their game plan is getting Michael involved early. Look, that's his second reception, and he's making the most of it.
Good to see Reiser back in the lineup, as he had missed the game against Cedar Ridge, stayed on the IR. A couple other players on the IR that definitely missed. You got Tate Hicks along with Justice Williams as well. Cowboys again bring it up to the line. Out of the shotgun is Marchitelli. He looks Reiser. Pump fakes. He's going to try to find Frias. Peyton Frias, number 21, ran a flanking route all the way down and slipped out his defenders, but the throw was off target, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It looks like they're trying to set something up on the wide side of the field. They keep hitting this short side, and the flank actually match on the right side. Looks like he's setting something up.
Cowboys bring it back. They're going to send Solonik and Dickey out far to the right. They're going to keep Reiser in tight to this side. Double setback with Perez and Duncan. And again, more of a pistol formation. This one's going to be handoff Duncan. Duncan's going to take a big hole up the middle. He's still on his feet as he was hit at the 10. Hit again at the 5 after legs kept on going. Finally brought down at about the 2-yard line. Cowboys in a hurry-up offense. We're going to bring this in. They're going to keep the formation the same with both Solonik and Dickey out to the right-hand side, out of the shotgun with Perez and Duncan in the backfield with them. Another handoff to Duncan. Duncan's going to take it up the middle. He's met at the goal line. Signals, Cowboys signaling touchdown. Referee finally does, and that's second drive, second touchdown for the Cowboys. Braden Duncan, number 7, out of the running back position. Quick handoff, just a little bit of a delayed handoff right there, and Cowboys find the way to the end zone.
That offensive line is getting an enormous push on the snap.
So again, the swinging gate, for those of you that don't know, obviously this is radio, but if you're watching it on the stream, kind of an odd formation right now. As they move and overload one side, many options out as they option out to Perez. Perez tries to get wheels, but he gets met quickly by, it looked like, number 10, Dom Felice. And they'll deny that one, so they'll be stuck at 14. So the 2-point after is unsuccessful for the Cowboys, but the Cowboys still with a 14-0 lead. When we come back, Cowboys be kicking off again. Getting started, giving the ball back to the Eagles. You're tuned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for sports in the Gunnison Valley.
Hey, Buff's Collision is here locally and ready when you have an accident. Prompt, courteous body repairs, frame straightening, and perfect paint matching for any vehicle. And modern aluminum bodywork is everyday stuff. Buff's Collision can handle those deer collisions, too. Free estimates, Buff's Collision, 601 South 10th Street. Give them a call at 641-2727 or go to buffscollision.com.
As your Cowboys taking on the Paonia Eagles here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, also happens to be Halloween, and it must be in the air because, again, we talked about it before, this offense is scary good, along with 14 total points all the way up right now with 7:15 left to go here still in the first quarter. And that's going to bring out Jose Sanchez for the kick here.
Yeah, quick update for the Mountaineers. They're down in Texas playing Stephen F. Austin. They are currently losing 6-0 in the first quarter.
Well, go Mountaineers. Hopefully something will come out of that. Sanchez is going to have kind of a mid-range kick. It's going to be fielded at the 25, out to the 30, still on his feet, and that's going to be Dom Felice. Felice finally brought down by number 21, Frias, with a little bit of help from Caleb Vincent, and the final bar mark there will be out about the 38-yard line.
Felice had a head of steam when he caught that. It's a good thing they got right in front of him and made him change direction.
Cowboys come back out for the second time on the defensive side of this ball, see if they can't get another punch out from these Eagles. The Eagles struggled so far. They come into this weekend 0-3, looking to get their first win of the season. And it looks like this time it's going to be Jorge Carrillo is the quarterback. He's out of the shotgun with a double split behind him. Double split out on the right-hand side. This time handoff right up the middle is going to be a gain of about 4, it looks like. That'll bring up second down and a long 6, depending on where the mark is.
Yeah, it looks like Ty Termarcus was in on that tackle. He stepped right in front of him and put him down.
So they're only going to give him about 2 yards before they said he was down. That'll bring up second down and 8 just before the 40-yard line. Need to get to about the 47 for a first down. Cowboys dressed in all black this afternoon, taking on the Eagles in their black pants and white jerseys. This time again, a double split out to the right-hand side. Split setbacks behind the quarterback. Number 42 takes a throw, finds number 44. That's Noah McDaniel. McDaniel brought down by Frias and Dickey out of the linebacker position, but there's a flag on the play from the side judge.
I think we might have had a face mask.
Whatever it was, looks like it's going against the Cowboys. I believe you're right. Crew, we're going to get a 5-yard penalty, and that'll bring up second down and 3.
Cowboy defense is definitely getting to the football. There was 3 guys over there before he even caught that screen.
Well, that's a big difference from the first couple of games that the Cowboys played as they went through. But, Lanny Percival was talking about as he called the first 2 games with me, and it was, one of the messages was, did they learn anything? And when you get your hiney whooped like they did in both of those games by some really good teams, you tend to learn some things, and Cowboys look like they're going to capitalize on it. That'll bring out Carrillo's going to bring his team back to line out of the shotgun. This one's going to be a handoff, and like you said earlier, Chris, this one's going to get knocked down by a wall of black jerseys. This defensive squad has been good.
Ty Termarcus right in the middle of that.
And that's going to be a loss of about at least one. They're going to move the ball back to the 44-yard line.
Looks like Alex Harvey was in on that tackle too.
It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. A couple of trails from some planes, and that's about it. Beautiful afternoon as Eagles bring their team to the line. They need 3 for a first down. Carrillo out of the shotgun. He's got double split out on either side and a double split back with him. Trouble on the snap, and that's going to be brought down. Cowboys look like Caleb Vincent might be in there for the recovery. Peyton Frias with absolute penetration for the Cowboys forced that play after a bad snap, and the Eagles couldn't hold on to it, and that'll be a turnover by fumble for the Cowboys. Cowboys going to take over 1st and 10 on their own, on the Eagles. It looks like they're going to mark it at about the 33-yard line.
Bogdan Maples got off the ball so fast on that play, he almost got to the quarterback before the snap did.
1st and 10 inside Eagle territory. Marchitelli brings his team out. Again, Solonic and Dickey are going to line up tight this time on the green side of the field, and Mike Reiser the single over to the left-hand side. Single setback in Perez. The handoff goes to Perez. Perez gets outside. He's got a lead block from Solonic. Tries to walk around the next one. He's going to get a pickup of about 8. That should bring up 2nd down and 2. Good little play fake read by Perez there to just kind of keep on his feet and make sure he got at least closer to the first down mark. They're not going to give him quite as much as I thought they originally did. They're going to mark it back, so this will be about 2nd and 3.
These Cowboy receivers are doing a fantastic job in their open field blocking. They're getting every run an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Dickey, who normally plays in a slot back, is going to split over with Reiser this time on the left-hand side. That'll be single out with Solonic on the right. Marchitelli back, looking to throw. He's got Caleb Vincent coming out of the tight end position, who slipped and fell, but it looks like they'll get enough for a first down. That should move the chains.
Yeah, it looked like Nico wanted to go deep. He looked at it once, looked at it twice, and then kind of went down to his underneath receiver cross in the middle.
4 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Cowboys with a 14-0 lead. This is their 3rd drive. They've scored on both of their drives. 2-point conversion on the first one, missed on the second one. That's how we got to 14-0. Marchitelli in the backfield with Frias. This one's going to come around to Dickey. Dickey's little jet sweep play is going to get some extra yards by just moving and shucking and jiving. He's going to get all the way inside the 10-yard line, but there is a flag on the play coming out of the backfield. And we'll see what the call is there.
Looks like they're bringing him back.
20-yard line is where the flag was thrown, and it will be a holding penalty against the Cowboys. So good gain by Spencer Dickey on the jet sweep. Some good razzle-dazzle footwork. Gets him all the way inside the 5-yard line, but the penalty is going to bring him back 10 from the spot foul, and that'll be on the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up 1st down and 20.
Looks like Coach Hinton is playing a balanced attack right now. They've got about equal number of passes and runs.
Marchitelli is going to carry a couple slots to the left-hand side, going to put Dickey in motion from left to right. It's going to be a handoff to Frias. Frias has room. Good blocks up front. Frias spins off at about the 15-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but enough to get out of danger there. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 5.
Left side of that offensive line got him a huge hole to run through. Looks like Buchanan and maybe Jose Sanchez popped that thing open.
I read the mark wrong. That's going to be 2nd down and 1.
17 yards of the play.
Steve Williams back behind us giving us some scribe. 17-yard gain there for Frias. Frias again, the single setback. Handoff goes to him again. He finds some green room up the middle. Frias on a big hole. He's going to work his legs all the way in. He's going to cross that goal line as he was shoestring tackled. And that'll be another touchdown for the sophomore Peyton Frias for the 3rd touchdown of the game. And that was a 14-yard touchdown.
Frias put his foot in the ground, made one cut, and just ran straight through 3 guys at the goal line.
Cowboys put up another 6. That'll give them 20 on the day, trying to get that point after. They're going to move out of that swinging gate and get back in, and they're going to bring out Jose Sanchez to try to kick the extra point and make it 21-0. Sanchez so far good on the year. I believe he's 3 for 3. Here comes the kick. Snap is down. The kick looks like it's punched a little bit short, so Sanchez will miss that one to the right-hand side. And Cowboys will remain at 20. So with 2:31 still left to go here in the first quarter, gang, your Cowboys with a 20-0 lead over the Paonia Eagles. When we come back, Cowboys be kicking back off to the Eagles. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, Cowboy Sports Network.
Hey, did you know Western Lumber is locally owned, family operated, and here in Gunnison for over 40 years? You contractors and homeowners, Western Lumber has everything you need for your projects. Great hardwoods, decking, masonry supplies, roofing materials, insulation. Western Lumber, they've got it all at the West End. 601 West Highway 50, 641-1819.
93?
Welcome back, gang. Some Cowboy football on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, a little matinee style. Game got started at 1 o'clock. We appreciate you joining us. We do understand multiple individuals. Obviously, normally we call this on the radio, but this one's also being streamed with our feed. I'm John Solonic along with Chris Kruthop this afternoon. And what a game for the Cowboys, or should I say, what a start for the Cowboys so far.
They have dominated every part of the game. Turnovers in their favor, rushing yards in their favor. Looks like they came to play today.
Cowboys doing a good job of mixing it up against this struggling Eagles team. Eagles are going to bring in number 10, Dom Felice, as the single back for it. Sanchez is going to kick it off. This time he gets good end over end. That's going to go all the way back to about the 14-yard line before picked up by Felice. Felice slips one tackle, but not the second one, as he's met by, it looked like, Caleb Vincent for the final stick. And Cowboys are going to force the Eagles to get started at about their own 24-yard line. And that's kind of been the game on that kickoff, keeping them pinned back down. Eagles have yet to really flirt inside of Cowboy territory right now as they trail the Cowboys 20-0. But have an opportunity right here with 2:25 left to go here in the first quarter as they get things started off 1st and 10. On their own 24, almost the 25 more like.
Everywhere you look, there are black jerseys flying.
Again, out of the shotgun come the Eagles. Here comes the snap. It's going to be an option handoff. This one's going to go to Felice. Felice tries to get around the corner, and he does. He's going to pick up about 5. That'll bring up maybe even 6 by the time he goes out.
Solonic and Braden Duncan both kind of closed on him quick. Allowed him only about 4 yards.
A mark of about 5 for 2nd and 5. Here for the Eagles. We'll see who's coming in this time. Looks like Jason Kuntz is going to re-enter as the quarterback. The Eagles out of Paonia, Colorado, with a short bench today. I only counted 21 players as we got started, and that kind of gets a little bit tough. That's where Cowboys were 2 to 3 years ago, that short program. This one's going to come Kuntz out of the shotgun. He's got double split back with him. This time looking to pass. He comes across the middle. He's going to find Felice. Felice gets some yards as he slips a tackle to the 40, the 45, and goes out and gets called at about the 49-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down.
Looks like we've got a flag on the field on the far side.
We'll bring that penalty to you as soon as we know what it is.
It was just a little late release by 10 Felice underneath, and somehow slipped underneath our linebackers and got around.
Braden Duncan was the one that finally brought him down after a big gain for the Eagles. The Eagles turned something out of nothing on that one. And that's the first large gain against the Cowboys defense in this game. Looks like we're about ready to get the call. I believe that was a block in the back by the Eagles. And that's going to take them back after a big game almost to about the original line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line. It's actually going to go to the 32. So with the penalty, it'll be a gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 4. Clock is going to start to run again with 1:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Jason Kuntz comes back to the line again out of the shotgun with a double split back behind him. Double split, one on each side for receivers. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to number 2, Easton Tribble. Tribble tries to just plow it up the middle for a first down, but Cowboys say no. As again, that wall of Cowboys very successful.
Ashton Carroll in the middle of that tackle. He's part of that front wall right now, along with Jack Barnes.
Yeah, number 75, Barnes, the freshman, in on that one.
This just shows the depth they have. They're already getting some of these younger players in the first quarter, and the starting offensive line on Paon's side can't even move them.
Well, good to see the Cowboys able to have a little depth. It's been years since they played that way, and this time Kuntz comes up again in the same formation, double split out to either side. Sorry, single split to either side, double split in the backfield. Tries to run through. Good penetration by the Cowboys is going to bring down Kuntz, as he didn't have any time.
That was Vincent.
Yeah, big change when coaches moved on the defensive side and put Marchitelli and Vincent on the defensive end side of things. The penetration was brilliant against the Cedar Ridge Bruins last Friday night and brilliant again today. It's been a very effective move by the coaching staff of the Cowboys.
Agreed. The center of that defensive line is getting the push, and the edges are just kind of keeping everything inside.
And that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. We'll go ahead and end it here with you. When we come back, Cowboys are going to swap directions, and we'll be playing up against a fourth and it looks like long 7 for the Eagles. You're tuned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Hey, did you know Gunnison Pizza is Gunnison's hottest pizza place at 303 East Tamichi? What's your pleasure? 16-inch, 18-inch, how about 20-inch? Yeah, 20-inch pizza with 13 stock toppings, but you can build your own too. And wait till you have a Gunnison Pizza. How great can it get? You got to savor just tasting it. And they've got 6 great salads, burgers too, cookies, cheesecake, and shakes to boot. Gunnison Pizza, 641-1110, 303 East Tamichi.
Cowboy football being played up here at the Western Mountaineer Bowl, where your Cowboys 20 still holding the Eagles scoreless, so 20-0 the score right now, getting ready to start the first half. And what a great starting the second quarter of the first half, and what a great first quarter it was for the Cowboys.
Cowboys came out hot. They wanted to just push the ball right down the field, and same thing on defense. All they wanted to do was get to the football and push the Paonia Eagle lines backwards. Another quick update on the Mountaineers. They're currently trailing 16-0 to Stephen F. Austin about halfway through the first quarter.
That game being aired on KWSB today, typically aired right here, but because of the conflict, KEJJ is going to host the Cowboy game at 4th down and 6. There's going to be a flank out pass to the flats. He's going to drop it and go down before he's able to gain anything. So at 30-yard line, tough 4th down play for the Eagles, and going to turn it over on downs back to the Cowboys, put it in the hands of Nico Marchitelli and the rest of the offensive staff of the Cowboys at about the 30-yard line, actually at the 29-yard line after the mark, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 inside Eagle territory at the 29 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, a little surprised the Eagles went for it so deep in their own end. I think that kind of shows the desperation they're feeling already this early in the game. And that play didn't seem to have a chance.
Marchitelli's going to bring his team to the line again, coming out of that formation where he's in the shotgun and what we'd almost call a T formation. It's the first time we've seen that this year. Solonic out to the right-hand side, Dickey and Reiser over to the left. Marchitelli looks back to pass, cut pattern comes across, and Dickey, an incomplete pass. Dickey slips as the ball was, tried to make the adjustment as the ball was thrown just a little bit behind him. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Marchitelli had a lot of time. That offensive line is playing a great game so far. It looks like number 24 from the Eagles, Trenton Gasson's the guy who put a little bit of pressure on Marchitelli and kind of altered his throwing motion.
On that front line, you're going to have Buchanan, Archuleta, and Maples providing the support for the Cowboys. Spencer Dickey goes in motion from left to right, handoff to Duncan, who's going to run to the left-hand side. Reiser with a good block gives Duncan enough time. He's at the 15 and then pulled down at around the 10. Nope, they're going to get him pushed back to about the 15 where they're going to mark it, but that's going to be enough for a first down. Move the chains, and the Cowboys will go 1st and 10 at about the 19-yard line. Nope, looks like that marks at about the 15-yard line.
Again, down there on that play was Bogdan Maples getting involved well downfield as the right guard. He was 15 yards downfield, still lead blocking.
Perez, the single setback for Marchitelli behind the ball. They're going to move Vincent in motion from left to right, motion all over, and that should draw a yellow flag, and it does.
It looks like the defensive end for Paonia jumped off sides on a hard count by Marchitelli.
Not able to get back in time. Looks like that'll bring up first down and 5 for the Cowboys. Clock is going to run with 11:16 left to go here in the half.
Cowboys might have found something with this running game they're putting together.
Yeah, Cowboys haven't really had a mix of a lot of, passing versus running. The running game hasn't been all that strong, as this time they run double split out. Marchitelli goes to the air. He finds, it looks like Caleb Vincent in on a slot pattern. Just a quick slant out of the defense or the tight end position, and that'll be touchdown Cowboys. Caleb Vincent Jr. plays both sides of the ball and has been extremely good, as you've heard us call his name quite a bit, as he's in on a lot of plays, whether it's offensively or defensively, either making a key block, a key catch, or a tackle. And that'll bring out Jose Sanchez, the kicker. Marchitelli will hold it. Cowboys 26-0 with that touchdown right there. Kick is up, and that's going to be straight through, so that'll make it 27-0 with 2:55 left to go. And Cowboys on a roll against the Paonia Eagles. We'll be right back. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, your home for sports in the Gunnison Valley.
You need a mortgage? The easiest way to go is head for Gunnison Savings and Loan. A GS&L professional can be your personal expert, whether you want to buy a new home or refinance your current home. Give GS&L a call, 641-2171 in Gunnison. And don't forget, Gunnison Savings and Loan has been serving the Gunnison country since 1911, serving you whenever you're ready.
Hey, welcome back, football fans, as in such a difficult time as far as the COVID and the pandemic goes. We thought football was not going to be played this season, but thank goodness here we are, as your Cowboys off to a great start of the year. They dropped the first 2 as they came out to a couple top 10 teams in the state, and learned some lessons, and obviously went back to some drawing boards, and they're doing a great job of mixing it up here, crew.
Well, sometimes playing tougher teams earlier in the year it allowed you to cut your teeth on some real skill, and I think it's paid off. These guys are full speed right now.
Jose Sanchez, the kicker, is going to kick this one. This one's going to go end over end deep. It's going to go up high, fielded at the 10-yard line by Felice. Felice trying to get outside. He's still on his feet, slips one tackle, another one before finally driven out of bounds by the Cowboys. And we've got some flags coming in from a couple of different directions.
Looks like Evan Gallowich was the first one down there, breaking down, altering Felice's route and kind of getting him to move east and west, allowing the rest of the coverage team to get down there and force him out of bounds.
Gallowich, another freshman, in on special teams. And Cowboys move to the defensive side of the ball after personal foul by the Cowboys. And that's going to take them back up and get a little bit more of the return that was not exactly what Felice was looking for. Tried to get out around the corner. Cowboys did a good job of containing and just forcing him to run horizontally rather than vertically, and that's good for the Cowboys until the personal foul. I didn't see what the foul was, but that'll bring up 1st and 10. Ball's going to be marked out at about the 38-yard line. So pinned back at their own 20 is now looking about another 20 yards forward, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Here comes Kuntz out of the shotgun again, double split out with him. 1 to either side, and 2 setbacks with him. Here comes the pass over the middle. Good catch by the Eagles. First completion of the game to Ace Connolly, and that was from Jorge Carrillo that was the quarterback on that one. Connolly's going to pick up not quite enough for a first down after the mark. Nope, they're going to move the chains. I thought they were holding them.
It looks like Paonia's all but abandoned their running game. They're just going to come out and try and play catch-up at this point. Definite advantage for the Cowboys.
Cowboys with the lead, 27-0 here in the first half with 10:20 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, first down for them. And then again is going to bring up Carrillo. Carrillo out of the shotgun for the Eagles. He's got a single set to either side. That'll be handoff up the middle. That's going to go to, I believe that was Felice.
Again, Bogdan Maples almost took that handoff from the quarterback. he's finding a crease on that offensive line, and his first step is extremely quick. He's getting in the backfield almost every play.
Gain of 1 for the Eagles. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 here. As the Eagles taking their time coming into the play. That's going to be Jorge Carrillo. Looks like he had some delay call from the from the head coach. Finally brings his team to the line for this 2nd and 9 play. Cowboys shift some things up defensively as they shift their formation, kind of move more to a 4-4 prevent here. And we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like timeout Eagles is going to be called. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. Your Cowboys with a 27-0 lead here with 9:17 left to go in the first half. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ Cowboy Network.
Americans got money.
Are you hungry? Well, your Gunnison McDonald's has you covered. Our drive-thru is open and ready to serve you the hottest, juiciest quarter pounder with cheese made with 100% fresh beef. How about an Egg McMuffin or some Chicken McNuggets? Thirsty? Come by and enjoy a $1 any size soft drink. McDonald's is open and ready to serve you tasty food and drinks right in the comfort and safety of your car. Come on over. We'd love to see you. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Eagles called the timeout, but now we're back at it. Eagles coming out of the shotgun position. Carrillo with the split back behind him. Receivers one on either side. This time he's back looking to pass. This time he's going to hit and find number 5, Diego LaRue.
Great tackle by Ezra Hartzell. That guy almost had a step on him. He held on and brought him down. There was not a lot of support behind him.
Hartzell, number 2, a senior for the Cowboys, had a great game against Cedar Ridge last weekend as he came in to fill in. Position typically held by Justice Williams and or Tate Hicks, both of them on the IR, as well as Mike Reiser last weekend. Reiser back in the lineup, switching it out with Hartzell.
All the Cowboy defense, they just seem to be a step ahead of Paonia. They're always in position, ready for exactly what they're going to send to them.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles. Carrillo again out of the shotgun. Receiver on each side, split back behind him. Here comes the snap, fake handoff, looks to the air, and this one's going to be picked off by Solonic, but drops it as they were tangled up. Good read out of the cornerback Solonic with coverage on Simon Cox. Read like a book. Solonic was on the backside of Cox, keeping Cox between him and the quarterback, but as soon as the release happened, good read, number 1 for the Cowboys, cornerback on that left side, able to step in, and Cox able to get a hand in there. Solonic just not able to hold on to it.
Solonic saw that coming the whole way. He just was waiting for the quarterback to throw it and then step right in front of it.
As he should. 4th and 4. We haven't seen punt formation out of this Eagles. I doubt we'll see it now, and we don't. Out of the shotgun is Carrillo. Here comes the snap. He's going to try to run it around to the left-hand side. He's met by a wall. He might get about a foot of yardage forward, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and Cowboys will go back to work on the offensive side of the ball. 1st and 10, still inside their own territory. Ball's going to be marked at about the 40, looks like maybe the 44-yard line.
Frias and Maples on that tackle. They're now double-teaming Bogdan. They double-teamed him, and he slid down that line and assisted on that tackle with Peyton Frias.
Cowboys still holding in their varsity squad, as occasionally throwing in on special teams some of the freshmen. I imagine we'll see that change here in a little bit.
I suspect Coach will probably want to work on a few things here in the second quarter, get a few things ironed out, some of the plays they want to work on, and maybe throw the ball a few more times before the score gets a little too out of hand.
Marchitelli with double split out on the offensive side. Single setback in Perez. Marchitelli's going to roll left, throw left. He finds Reiser at the first down marker. Reiser gets his feet rolling, moves into Eagle territory at about the 35-yard line before he's finally brought down by a white jersey. And good reception and route pattern by Mike Reiser.
Yeah, Paonia just doesn't. They're playing a little bit confused out there. They don't know what to expect. They were certainly expecting a run on that play, and just that little sprint out pass, they had no answer for it.
20 yards.
Well, Cowboys doing a good job of mixing up the plays, whether it's long passes, short passes, runs around, runs up the middle. Kept this Paonia defense. That play was 20 yards for Reiser on the reception. Single setback and Perez on this play. Here comes the shotgun, handoff to Perez. Perez takes it up the middle. He slips one tackle, but then met by Felice. Felice going to pull him down finally. As Perez stayed on his feet forever, it took a little second effort there by the Eagles to actually pull him down. Forward momentum is going to move him to about the 31-yard line.
I think Perez feels that the second team might be coming in pretty soon too, because he's working for every inch.
7:07 left to go here in the first half. Cowboys with a 27-0 lead over the Paonia Eagles. Cowboys looking to extend a win here would actually begin a streak as they won last weekend against the Bruins for their first win of the season. Single setback in Perez. Double receivers out to the right side. Again, a handoff to Perez being set up, but this time no yardage, maybe a falling yardage of about maybe 2 by the time he's finally brought down. Good second effort by Perez to get at least something after he was met at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring down 3rd and 4.
Yep, he ran into a line slant, and big Edward Carrillo, 75 from Paonia, stepped right into that gap.
Marchitelli and his offense are huddleless as they get the cue from the coach. Perez, the single setback, double split wide to the left, single to the right. Marchitelli back, he looks left, throws left, pass intended for Peyton Frias, but the pass was a little bit low. Frias on his wheels, not able to produce both the running and the catching at the same time. Tough ball to catch right there. Hit his fingertips, but not able to hold it in.
Well, it looks like Coach Eric Neal from the Eagles has scouted Gunnison, because he's got number 1 Salonic's stat sheet and knows that he's their leading receiver because he's got him double-teamed every play. They're shading the safety right on top of him.
Yeah, Salonic coming in with 16 receptions and 188 yards coming into this game. Leading receiver, and they, like you said, they've got him blanketed by Simon Cox out there. Spencer Dickey, though, lining up with Salonic out on that left-hand side, tight to the right. Double split, they're going to give it to Braden Duncan, who tries to get outside and does. A couple key blocks by the Cowboys, giving him plenty of run. He's down to the 10, the 5, and he's going to cross that goal line. And Duncan, for the second time of the game, is going to run a 30-yard touchdown.
Even though Salonic's not getting the ball because of that double team, he's keeping himself involved. That block he threw was the one that sprung Braden on the outside and allowed him to run that thing in.
33-0, your Cowboys here in the first half with only 6 minutes left to go as Sanchez comes out, the kicker. Marchitelli will hold the ball. Here comes the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. And the point after is good, and that'll bring it to 34. So another 7 points for the Cowboys in this second quarter. 20 points in the first quarter, now 14 in the second, brings us to 34 with 6 minutes left to go, and Cowboys running away with this one early as they have all the momentum. Paonia has yet to find any bit of a groove. Only 1 first down on the first half for the Eagles. Have yet to try to punt to get down. They've been denied on all 4th down attempts. And we'll go ahead and send it back here from our sponsor. We'll be right back. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Chuck Hawes here with Western Slope Connection. We'd like to thank all of our customers for 15 years of business. It's been a pleasure serving you all. Swing down to the shop located on the west end of town by the car wash. We'll help you with your metal needs. We also weld up parts and pieces. We carry a good supply of welding goods as well. If you have that little something to get you ready for next summer, come see us between January and March. That's the best time for those projects to get done. At Western Slope Connection, we can weld your crack. 641-5171.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Stadium, where your Cowboys hold a commanding 34-0 lead over the Paonia Eagles as Sanchez gets things started off. A little spiral kick, going to take a Cowboy bounce. That's going to go all the way down to the 5-yard line before it's picked up. A quick little slip by Felice. He's going to be a shoestring tackle. Caleb Vincent in on the play again. I told you we were going to hear his name a couple times on both sides of the ball. And that little knockdown by Vincent's going to pin the Eagles deep in their own zone, and the Eagles struggling for any offense at all.
Shows you how important the kicking game is. They just muffed that little squib kick, and it got behind him, and once he finally got it, there were 2 black jerseys there waiting for him.
Cowboys a little bit of time to rest on the defensive side as Paonia takes their time coming to the ball. 5:57 left to go here in the first half. Thanks for joining us. Beautiful Halloween afternoon here in Gunnison, Colorado. Absolutely cloudless. And this one's going to be a handoff up the middle, option play out to the back, and this one's going to be met hard by number 7, Braden Duncan, out of the linebacker position. However, it looked like that was Felice that the ball went to for an option play. Felice, knowing he was going to get a safety, tried to shuffle, pass it back to the quarterback.
It was a smart play, avoided a safety for now.
Incomplete pass, number 2.
Oh, they called it incomplete pass.
Well, good for the Eagles. That was a heads-up play by Felice. I was a little surprised to see that happen. Heavy penetration out of the linebacker position, and Braden Duncan looks like he's going to be replaced by Gabby Marmolejo. And this time, Kuntz brings his team to the line again out of the shotgun, double split out to the right-hand side. This time it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and they'll gain about 4 yards before brought down. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 7.
21.
Peyton Frias, their middle linebacker, put his helmet right there on the ball.
Cowboys starting to march down and get a little bit of rhythm as far as teamwork goes. You know, one of the things, Jake Stone was with us last week calling at the Bruins game, and, you know, one of the things that he talked about was the Cowboys' look after the first deflating losses came out at the very first play all the way through the game, and we're seeing the exact same thing here with just some heads up. You see a lot of high-fiving, some shoulder bumping, and good to see the Cowboys with some positive momentum, understanding they needed to take a few lessons from those first 2 games. Cowboys make some defensive shifts. Here they come. Back to pass, and this one's going to be thrown over the middle, almost picked off by Ezra Hartzell, number 2, the senior for the Cowboys, coming out of the cornerback position.
17 Coots for the Eagles, just does not have any time back in there. Our defensive line, even these reserve guys are getting back in there.
Tom Murgatroyd comes in, a freshman, as well as number 20, George Hadaway, another freshman coming in. Getting a little play time here in the late portion of the second quarter.
Looks like they're finally going to punt.
4th and 7. Out of the end zone will come the punt. Good punt coming up, end over end. Little Squibbly is going to take an Eagles bounce. It's going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Cowboys will get started offensively at the Eagles' 40-yard line. So inside the territory, only 40 to go for another score. 34-0 is our current score, with 4:39 left to go here in the first half. Fun to watch these Cowboys put together a little bit of offensive and defensive prowess, as they have done a good job of overall execution on both sides of the ball.
They've played a pretty flawless game at this point. I think they've only got 1 penalty. The first play of the game, they had a false start. Since then, I don't think they've made a mistake.
I believe there was another personal foul that gave them gave the Eagles at least a movement in a positive direction. But you're right, absolutely. Where they've found themselves in some penalty trouble in games before, not this time. Perez and Duncan back with Marchitelli out of the shotgun. Double split out to the right. This time a handoff to Perez. Perez on his feet. He's to the 45, the 30, the 30, 25, the 20. Pushed out of bounds at about the 20, 15-yard line, just shy of.
Coach Henton definitely has seen something on that right side off tackle, because that's the 3rd time we've seen that in the last 2 possessions, and Gabe finally popped it through there and got about 25 yards.
Well, Cowboys coming off, making the adjustment, as, like you mentioned earlier, they've put good coverage on both Solonic and Dickey, who are the 2 leading receivers for the Cowboys. And this is the first game we've actually seen some running options out of the Cowboys, both Perez and Duncan, for some big yards, which we haven't yet to see that this whole season. So great adjustments by the Cowboys. This time again is going to be handed off to Perez. Perez tries to get to the outside, but this time he's met and tripped up by the Eagles, and it'll be a gain of not really anything, depending on where they take that mark, at least back to the original line of scrimmage. So no loss on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Looks like the Cowboys are content just to kind of try and punch it in right now.
Well, with a 34-0 lead, Cowboys got a lot to be content about. However, not giving up. You're going to start to probably see a little bit of rotation in the second half coming from some typical JV players, seeing if we can't get the freshmen a little bit of look. But for now, still keeping it out there. Mike Reiser goes to the wide side of the field as the single receiver out on that left side. Both Perez and Duncan back with Marchitelli. Marchitelli out of the shotgun. He looks back, timing pattern out to Reiser, but that's going to be incomplete. Marchitelli not happy with himself. He knew he had missed timing on that ball. Reiser had good coverage on him, though. Simon Cox was on top of him as they've moved Solonic over to that right side now and put Reiser out to the left.
I think Marchitelli saw that good coverage at the last second and realized he could throw it into a cornerback stepping underneath the route.
Well, that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. Marchitelli now with Duncan as the single setback. They'll move Perez to the slot position. Double split to the left in Dickey and Reiser. Marchitelli looks left. He's still trying to go. Big pass out. Pass intended for Spencer Dickey and caught in the end zone. That'll be a touchdown Cowboys, but there is a flag on the play, and that'll go against the Cowboys more than likely. As it came out of the backfield by the head referee, flag was thrown at about the 18-yard line. We'll see what we get there. It's a holding against the Cowboys, which we kind of suspected from where the flag came from. So no touchdown. Good adjustment, though, if we're going to celebrate some small victories right there for the Cowboys. And Nico Marchitelli coming out of the pocket as he was flushed pretty good and kept looking for that open pass. Finally found Dickey cross field. To no avail.
He threw that off his back foot all the way across the field over the top of defender right into the numbers of Dickey. That was an impressive pass.
Cowboys going to come to the line at the same formation. They're going to split Reiser and Dickey out to the left-hand side, slotting Perez over there. This time again, Marchitelli's going to roll to the left. He's going to throw left. He finds Reiser. Reiser with the catch gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe about a yard short before they'll mark that down. That'll bring up 4th and a long 10 or about 11 for a first down. First down markers at the 5-yard line. Clock's going to continue to run with 2:53 left to go here in the first half. Cowboys with a 34-0 lead. Cowboys making some changes as Hartzell and Vincent come in for both Reiser and Perez. And they're going to go for it as far as a field goal goes. So 4th down and 11 is going to bring Jose Sanchez out for what appears to be a 35-yard field goal. Marchitelli on the hold. Here comes the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up, and a good one by Sanchez, and he puts up 3 on a 35-yard field goal.
That would have been good from 45.
I saw Sanchez taking some practice kicks earlier, and he was drilling at about 45 yards earlier, but that was uncontested. This time contested 35-yard field goal is going to put the Cowboys up 40-0. Sorry, that should be 37-0 by Sanchez. So Cowboys with 3 right there. When we return, Cowboys will be kicking back off with 2:20 left to go here in the first half with a lead of 37-0. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Hey, Buff's Collision is here locally and ready when you have an accident. Prompt, courteous body repairs, frame straightening, and perfect paint matching for any vehicle. And modern aluminum bodywork is everyday stuff. Buff's Collision can handle those deer collisions, too. Free estimates, Buff's Collision, 601 South 10th Street. Give them a call at 641-2727 or go to buffscollision.com.
After a 35-yard field goal, Cowboys extend their lead to 37-0 over the Eagles as Sanchez gets his team on the line at the 40-yard line to kick off again, and this time going to be selective. He's going to kick it high down, fielded by Felice at the 20-yard line, trying to get outside. Dom Felice gets met, still standing by a wall of Cowboys. Cowboys a little ineffective on that pursuit. Or should I say Felice was real good on staying on his feet.
He was just going sideline to sideline. 22 on the tackle. Looks like Royce Yerg was on that tackle.
Another freshman in on the special teams for the Cowboys and doing a good job of showing that depth that we talked about before, something that the Cowboys haven't had until the rebuild of this program. And, Kruthop, you coach football down at the middle school level. I know that there's a lot to do and has to do with the program that you guys run that's the feeder program for this high school. So hats off to you for creating a little bit of depth for the Cowboys, first time in years that they've had that.
That is the point of the middle school program, is to send as many players as we can up to the high school.
Kuntz is back to pass, but he's going to get sacked by Vincent coming out of that defensive end in position that we talked about earlier. Caleb Vincent been good on both sides of the ball for the Cowboys. We talked about hearing his name, and he's been good. Vincent was one of those players that, last year just lacked a little bit of maturity, and boy, what a big difference between last year and this year. Again, the testament to that feeder sort of concept and moving to Coach Hinton when he pulled, the Cowboys from the varsity opportunity and allowed them for a couple of years to just have some breathing room after the first year of 0 for season was a real tough one on the Cowboys, including a lot of big injuries that you hate to see. And this has just been a good adjustment for the Cowboys in the football program. Eagles back with the ball. That's going to be Kuntz out of the shotgun. He's got a receiver to each side of him and a split back behind him. This time looking to pass. He's going to throw, pass intended for number 44, McDaniel. McDaniel coming into this game with 23 carries and 148 yards on the rushing side of things. Not normally a receiver.
3 on the coverage. Looks like number 3, Rocky Marchitelli, was out there on the corner on the island with him, and he was right in position to make the play.
Another name, Marchitelli, on the field. That's the younger brother of Nico Marchitelli, the senior quarterback for the Cowboys.
Because of his height.
Eagles bring the team to the line. Minute 9 left to go here in the first half. Kuntz out of the shotgun again, a receiver to each side of him, double split behind him. Tough snap. That one's just going to be covered up by Kuntz. And Jason Kuntz, the quarterback for the Eagles, going to take, after that recovery, he's going to take a big loss there. That'll be 4th down and about 20. And it looks like they're going to bring out number 42, Jorge Carrillo. We've seen the quarterback position a couple of different times. Just cut off on our headsets. We'll just keep going. Here comes the punt. This is a good spiral punt, forces Perez way back. Perez touches the ball, makes a believe. If this is the ruling on the field, this will be a colossal mistake by Perez. They're going to have a quick conversation as to what they just saw. Perez touched the ball while it was down. He didn't catch it in the air. Once that ball goes, and that becomes a live ball, and that'll be 1st down Eagles. So the Eagles catch a break. The Cowboys learn a tough lesson right there on a punt return. Inside of 30 seconds left to go in this first half.
I just think Perez couldn't decide if he wanted to pick it up or leave it, and he just actually bent over and just barely touched it with his hands and changed his mind at the last second.
So Cowboys have to stay on the defensive side of the ball as Kuntz brings his team, comes out of the shotgun, tight formation up front. Splits behind him, and this time it's going to be a big airing it out. This one's going to be caught by number 44, Noah McDaniel. McDaniel gets on his wheels, and he's going to be a touchdown Eagles. So a learning lesson for the Cowboys on a punt return turns disastrous for the Cowboys and turns a little bit of light on this Eagles football program as they just put 6 in the end zone on not only it was a good coverage play. It looked like the play coverage was...
He just threw that one up for grabs. The safety came over. The corner was right there. Somehow it went through all 4 of their hands and into the basket of 44.
Noah McDaniel on a 49-yard touchdown for the Eagles. And the Cowboys not able to claim a shutout. As again, it looks like Carrillo is going to be the quarterback. He's going to come out of the shotgun position, looks for a slant pattern. That's going to be a 2-point conversion as he hits Noah McDaniel again, coming on a quick slant in the end zone. And again, Cowboys have a few hard lessons learned right there. It's the first time we've seen the Cowboys almost a little bit asleep at the switch Not really on the jump ball there, but on that point after, it looks like there was a little bit of confusion on the coverage. That was an easy extra point. So 8 on the board now. That'll bring the deficit back to 31 points as the Cowboys have a 37-8 lead. We'll go ahead and keep you right here for a couple of quick seconds since we're going to halftime here in under 20 seconds. And Kruthop along with us today, and this Cowboy defense and offense, like we talked about earlier, has been extremely aggressive, but almost a little asleep at the switch right there.
They kind of thought they were going to get out of this half, I think, and they got caught with a deep ball that sort of just fell through on them, and there was no one following it to chase that kid down as both our defenders fell over trying to go for the interception. A little bit of bad luck, and I agree. They were I think they were just waiting to get out of this half and regroup and get ready to finish this game.
Well, in doing so, they learned a valuable lesson, gave the opportunity of the Eagles to see a little momentum that they haven't seen really all season. They went down in their first game. They went down 13-0 to Rye and then lost to Hotchkiss 51-14 in a fairly similar sort of beatdown here. And then last week lost to Olathe. So coming in here 0-3, seemed that the Cowboys were going to send them packing early, but they're not showing that they're going to go down quietly. And that'll bring up number 42. That'll be Jorge Carrillo is going to do the kickoff from his own 40-yard line. This one will be a short kick. It's come up, fielded by Solonic at around the 25-yard line. He kind of slips up, and he gets met by a wall there, a couple of white jerseys, and he's going to be driven backwards, and that'll be marked at about the 30-yard line.
He caught that full speed. I think if he made that cut and didn't slip, he might have been gone.
Had a lot of room out there, but not today. 1st and 10 Cowboys now in their own territory. Ball's going to be marked at what appears to be, I think they're going to mark it at about the 34-yard line.
We'll see if the Cowboys want to go for more points here or if they're just content to go to half and take a break and regroup.
I imagine Caleb Vincent comes out of the ball game as Marchitelli comes onto the field after the direction from his coach. We'll see. I would imagine they'll just go into a little bit of a kneel set, but that's not the formation they're going to bring. They're going to move, it looks like, Reiser and Dickey out to the left-hand side, Solonic to the right, Perez in that slot position, in motion a little bit. They're going to hand off to Duncan. Duncan's going to take it up the middle. He's going to gain a couple before he's knocked down, and that should run the clock out at 7 seconds left. Clock will continue to run. Neither team's going to call a timeout. And
he's met there by Cohen Booth, their left side linebacker, and it looks like they're going to let the clock expire.
37-8 the score. Cowboys on top as we head into halftime. Give you an opportunity to go get your favorite football snack and your favorite football beverage. When we come back, Cowboys will be kicking off to the Eagles to start the second half, but showing an awesome first half, 20 in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter for 17-8 as the Eagles were able to take advantage of just a little bit of sloppy play by the Cowboys to get themselves on the board, trying to make a football game out of this. So, gang, enjoy a little bit of halftime break. When we come back, Cowboys will be kicking off to the Eagles 37-8. You're tuned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Hey, did you know Western Lumber is locally owned, family operated, and here in Gunnison for over 40 years? You contractors and homeowners, Western Lumber has everything you need for your projects. Great hardwoods, decking, masonry supplies, roofing materials, insulation. Western Lumber, they've got it all at the West End. 601 West Highway 50, 641-1819. Hey, did you know Gunnison Pizza is Gunnison's hottest pizza place at 303 East Tamichi? What's your pleasure? 16-inch, 18-inch, how about 20-inch? Yeah, 20-inch pizza with 13 stock toppings, but you can build your own too. And wait till you have a Gunnison pizza. How great can it get? You got to savor just tasting it. And they've got 6 great salads, burgers too, cookies, cheesecake, and shakes to boot. Gunnison Pizza, 641-1110, 303 East Tamichi. Do you need a mortgage? The easiest way to go is head for Gunnison Savings and Loan. A GS&L professional can be your personal expert, whether you want to buy a new home or refinance your current home. Give GS&L a call, 641-2171 in Gunnison. And don't forget, Gunnison Savings and Loan has been serving the Gunnison country since 1911, serving you whenever you're ready.
Chuck Hawes here with Western Slope Connection. We'd like to thank all of our customers for 15 years of business. It's been a pleasure serving you all. Swing down to the shop located on the west end of town by the car wash. We'll help you with your metal needs. We also weld up parts and pieces. We carry a good supply of welding goods as well. If you have that little something to get you ready for next summer, come see us between January and March. That's the best time for those projects to get done. At Western Slope Connection, we can weld your crack. 641-5171.
Hey, Buff's Collision is here locally and ready when you have an accident. Prompt, courteous body repairs, frame straightening, and perfect paint matching for any vehicle. And modern aluminum bodywork is everyday stuff. Buff's Collision can handle those deer collisions, too. Free estimates, Buff's Collision, 601 South 10th Street. Give them a call at 641-2727 or go to buffscollision.com.
Americans got money.
Are you hungry? Well, your Gunnison McDonald's has you covered. Our drive-thru is open and ready to serve you the hottest, juiciest quarter pounder with cheese made with 100% fresh beef. How about an Egg McMuffin or some Chicken McNuggets? Thirsty? Come by and enjoy a $1 any size soft drink. McDonald's is open and ready to serve you tasty food and drinks right in the comfort and safety of your car. Come on over. We'd love to see you. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
So, remind me again why there's an age limit for trick-or-treating. We're the adults. We make the rules. Happy Halloween!
There's
close at hand, creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do it tonight. Stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
Michael Jackson's Thriller. I'm Joyce Jefferson. Happy Halloween. We're trying to get you in the spirit with some of your ghoulish favorites today. Dunkin', formerly Dunkin' Donuts, now they just go by Dunkin', which owns Baskin Robbins, and many locations are joint locations now, is about to be bought up by Inspire Brands, which owns Arby's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sonic, other national casual dine-in eateries like that. I don't know if they're going to combine them all. Could you imagine a one-stop shop for donuts, ice cream, wings, and roast beef sandwiches? I suppose it could be worse. Temperatures vary throughout the day, so make it a new family habit to take your temperature with the Exergen Temporal Scanner before dinner and in the morning. The #1 thermometer used and recommended by hospitals, doctors, and nurses.
If you knew that making one call could help you get the Medicare coverage you need, wouldn't you do it? I did. In one call to United Healthcare, I learned I could combine my Medicare coverage into a single plan for little or no extra money. With the AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare, I get more coverage than original Medicare, like prescription drugs, dental and vision coverage, and 24/7 virtual doctor visits, all for a $0 copay. Plus, it's the only plan with the AARP name. So make that one call to United Healthcare at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. That's 1-800-ADVANTAGE.
Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. Paid actor per trail, benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. $0 cost share for in-network preventive dental care. Specified services only. Additional vision charges may apply for out-of-network items and services. United Healthcare Insurance Company pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. AARP does not employ or endorse agents, producers, or brokers.
If you owe back taxes, there's a lot you need to know, starting with rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They are cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, actively garnishing paychecks, levying bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. That's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands, even tens of thousands. Nobody knows this program like the award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Hey, welcome back to Mountaineer Stadium, gang, where your Cowboys taking on the Eagles out of Paonia, Colorado. Cowboys with a 37-8 lead after 2 quarters in the books as we move to the second half. Marchitelli started things off for the Cowboys with a 20-yard touchdown run to put 8 on the board, and a 4-yard run by Duncan put another 6, and then a 14-yard run by Peyton Frias to put 20 points up in the first quarter. Second quarter, Cowboys got right at it after a 10-yard pass to Caleb Vincent for 7. Another 30-yard run for Duncan, his second of the game, put up another 7, and then a 35-yard field goal by Sanchez that made it 37-0. But the Eagles struck late and ruined all of the momentum of the Cowboys after a little bit of a sloppy play there, and a 49-yard pass ended the shutout for the Cowboys to put 8 up for the Eagles, and that's where we stand right now. Thanks for joining us, gang. I'm John Solonic along with Chris Kruthop this afternoon. And crew, this has been an entertaining game at the least, with the Cowboys dominating most of it, making a few mistakes that the Eagles were finally able to take advantage of, but for the most part, it's been all Cowboys.
It has been all Cowboys. It's been fun to watch, just every facet of the game being dominated by the Cowboys, even down to the open field blocking, where these receivers are just out there in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly they're just going and finding somebody to put a body on and open up these running lanes for the running backs. I think they're going to have a little bit more success in the second half pushing these guys around.
I was down talking to Will Buchanan during halftime and just kind of talking about these Cowboys and some of the positive attributes. And, he brought up a good point over. It's just good to see a couple of different running formations and the capability of showing that the Cowboys can actually run the ball if we move some things around a little bit. This has been the first time that we've seen both Perez and Duncan kind of running that split set, kind of an odd almost T formation or kind of a modified pistol that's opened up a variety of options for these Cowboys.
Well, yeah, and just they do have a stable of running backs, even down to the sophomore and Peyton Frias. You get that kind of depth at that position, you can run the ball all day long.
Cowboys kicking off to the Eagles. Sanchez is going to put it all the way down, but it's going to go out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and we'll get a flag on the play, which means they'll move it from, rather than a re-kick, they're just going to add that to the location of the outage there, as the Cowboys going to take defensive side here, and the Eagles are going to try to take a little bit of a momentum shift as they're hoping for, as they were able to get some things going in that last half of the second quarter there, and finally put 8 on the board, taking advantage of a little bit of miscue from the Cowboys. And they're going to go ahead and move that ball up to the 35-yard line. Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Looks like Cowboys have their starting side on defense out there. I think they want to set the tone early and put this game away on this series.
Carrillo, the quarterback for the Eagles, comes out of the shotgun position. He's got a receiver to the left and to the right. This one's going to be handoff over to Felice. Felice, main ball carrier for the Eagles, going to be brought down after he looked like he was going to have some running room. Cowboys finally trip him up after a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Peyton Frias slid over from the linebacker position and kept him to that minimal game. Spencer Dickey came up also and assisted on that tackle. They definitely appear to be running away from number 55, Buchanan.
Yeah, I would too.
And Bogdan.
Buchanan, a big aggressive player coming out of the middle linebacker position. Good reads off of Buchanan in that last game. He was clutch for the defense and the defensive play for the Cowboys last week. He's the leader out of that middle linebacker position, shares the middle with Frias, and this time Carrillo is going to come out of the shotgun and once again with the split backs behind him. This is going to be handoff right up the middle again to Felice. Felice is going to spin and roll for enough what appears to be a first down. That'll move the chains, and it is with 11:03. So just under a minute ticked off here in the third quarter.
Looks like they caught the Cowboys in a little bit of a line stun. I think they had a loop there and left that middle wide open for that 6-7 yard gain, get the first down.
Caleb Vincent in on the stop, but not soon enough as the Eagles, for the first drive of the second half, already moving the chains, which I think they only moved twice in the first half, so already ahead of the game now as the Eagles take their time coming to the line and finally do here with 10:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Cowboys with a 37-8 lead. And again, Carrillo coming out of the shotgun position, double split back behind him, singles to either side of him as far as receivers go. Looks for the pass, and this one's going to be incomplete. As they say, his arm was moving forward. Head referee was right there. That'll go down as a sack and a loss of about 7.
They're going to give him an incomplete pass, and Marchitelli came flying through from that end position and put his helmet right between his numbers. All I could see was the bottom of that quarterback's cleats.
Yeah, good pressure by the Cowboys and that entire defensive squad. Hats off to them. That'll bring up second down and 10 as the ball goes back up to the 46-yard line. Still in Eagle territory. Eagles trying to make something happen. They're going to bring in, again, Jorge Carrillo as the quarterback.
I think Coach Howard had seen enough on those two inside runs and a first down. He just turned his defense loose. And I think they're going to be starting to play a little more aggressive here now that they see that the Eagles are trying to put something together.
Out of the shotgun, he's going to load the right side with double split receivers to one side, double split backs behind him. Again, a bad snap, troubles the hold, and Carrillo's going to go ahead and just fall down on it. That's going to be a loss of about 10. And that'll bring down third down and 20.
Yep, Cowboys sent both interior linebackers on that play, and that center must have felt it coming because he launched that snap well over the quarterback's head.
So Cowboys continue to put relentless defensive pressure on this Eagles squad. Eagles taking quite a bit of time coming out of the huddle.
I think their strategy right now is to run some clock and maybe just work on a few things. Try and shorten this game a little bit even though they're down by 31. It doesn't look like they got a lot of guys over there on the bench that they can sub in.
Yeah, we talked earlier, only 21 players there as Carrillo comes out of the shotgun. Again, double split out to the left-hand side. Quick slant out, and Felice is going to complete it. He's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet, finally met by enough Cowboys to bring him down, and that'll bring up fourth down and 10. Still inside their own territory. The ball will be marked at about the 40. Oh, looks like they're going to give him a little bit of credit there. It's going to be marked at about the 47-yard line, so that should be fourth down and about 9.
It's just that little swing pass to the running back. They can get the linebackers to step up with that little action fake inside, and number 10 just steps right around outside the end, and he was there for an easy pitch and catch.
Clock still running with 8:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Cowboys up 37-8. But the Eagles in their own territory and a fourth down option look like they're going to go for it as Carrillo, the quarterback, comes out of the shotgun. He's got double split receivers to his right-hand side. He's back. He's looking to pass. He passes up. This one's coming over, and this one's going to be knocked down by Gabe Perez out of the free safety position. And Cowboys will take over on downs. If Perez didn't touch it, quarterback position, Solonic coming over would have had an interception. But Perez wisely stayed with it, not knowing exactly where Solonic was, and just put a hand on it to knock it down, and that'll end on downs. The Cowboys will take over first and 10 inside Eagle territory at about the 40. Looks like they're doing a little bit of mismarking. No, but it'll stay at the 47-yard line. And Cowboys will go back to work. Cowboys looking to get it. Running clock doesn't start till 42-point deficit. We're still a ways from that. So Cowboys going to have to continue to earn it. Reiser and Dickey going to line up on the left-hand side as the receiver. Single setback in Duncan as Solonic takes the single on the right side. Solonic moves in motion. Jet sweep to Solonic. Couple key blocks is going to give him at least 5 yards. He stays on his feet. He's out to finally pushed out at about the 36-yard line. Should be enough for a first down, and it is. So first down, Cowboys going to move the chains. That'll stop. Clock remains stopped, and that'll be another 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
Again, the wide receivers for the Cowboys are downfield, sealing those cornerbacks and safeties inside, giving us that extra 4 or 5 yards for a first down.
Dickey and Solonic line up on the wide side. Reiser on the tight side. Again, single setback and Duncan. Quick pass out to Dickey. It's been effective before, and it is again now. Dickey's still on his feet. He's got some yards. He's out at the 20. Finally brought down inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. That'll be another first down. Good play call by the Cowboys.
That was a good-looking play. That ball came out of Marchitelli's hands, hit Dickey right in the hands, and he was downfield immediately. He just went straight downfield, didn't make a cut, and got another 15.
Well, there was no coverage by the Eagles as they were blanketing Solonic on that wide side. They left Dickey alone. Dickey had nothing but green grass, took full advantage of that quick hit by Marchitelli, and this time Dickey's going to line up on the left-hand side, split wide with Reiser. Solonic to the side, and single setback with Duncan. Marchitelli out of the shotgun, gets a defensive to move, but they move back in. No flag on the play. Play clock still goes. Here comes the snap. Marchitelli back. Quick pass out to Vincent. Vincent's going to hit the 20. He's going to hit the 15, the 10 before he's finally tripped up until he goes down forward. Momentum's going to take him to about the 6-yard line. That should be maybe enough for a first down. And it is. They're going to call that 1st and goal and place it at the 6-7-yard line. So
they are setting these pass plays up, these little screens, beautifully. Mike Reiser was on the outside there. He just waited for the pursuit, was just had a nice screen right in front of him and springing Vincent to the outside.
This time they're going to overload the short side of the field and Dickey and Reiser. Solonic way out on the side along with Vincent in the slot position. Dickey moves in motion from left to right. This time Marchitelli's just going to hold on to it. Gets a key block from Duncan out of the backfield. Up and over the goal line. Should be touchdown Cowboys. I don't see the signal yet. There it finally is. And officially, that's a 7-yard gain by Marchitelli for a touchdown.
Referees are conferencing for something, but Marchitelli just hurtled right over that last little wall that Paonia had set up on the goal line.
So back in the first quarter, Marchitelli with a 20-yard touchdown run, and this time to start off the second half, Marchitelli gets first up on the Cowboys with a 6-yard touchdown run set up by a variety of passing plays, and this time in to kick is Jose Sanchez, and he's going to put it through the uprights for an extra point, so that'll be 7 points to get things started off here in the second half with 6:48 left to go here in the third quarter. Your Cowboys up 44-8. When we return, Cowboys be kicking off to the Eagles for another opportunity for the Eagles to try to shove it right back down the Cowboys' throat, but not unless the Cowboys say no. We'll be right back, turned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Chuck Oz here with Western Slope Connection. We'd like to thank all of our customers for 15 years of business. It's been a pleasure serving you all. Swing down to the shop located on the west end of town by the car wash. We'll help you with your metal needs. We also weld up parts and pieces. We carry a good supply of welding goods as well. If you have that little something to get you ready for next summer, come see us between January and March. That's the best time for those projects to get done. At Western Slope Connection, we can weld your crack. 641-5171.
Welcome back to second half action here up at Mountaineer Stadium, where your Cowboys playing a little matinee football game. Little high school COVID ball. This is the fourth of 6 games Cowboys get to play this season. Unfortunately, it's a shortened down time, but luckily for the Cowboys, they do get a little bit of football time. We thought maybe we'd be playing in the in the spring, which is fairly not even a concept up here in these mountain towns. Sanchez kicks it deep. He's going to get it over to Noah McDaniel. McDaniel stays on his feet and brings out a nice little return. Caught it at about the 15-yard line. Brings it out to just shy of the 40-yard line. Ball's going to be marked at about the 38-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will get started, 1st and 10.
They had nice return setup on that. They got the wall on their side of the field, on their sideline, and they just slipped that first tackle, and they were able to get that extra 20 yards.
Cowboys bring their defensive squad out as the Eagles a little bit slower moving than the Cowboys as far as maintaining a constant huddle. Cowboys on the quick huddle has been a little faster play call and coming at the Eagles pretty heavily. This one's a little bit more strategic. They're going to load out, double split wide out to the right-hand side. Nobody to the left. Double split back behind the quarterback. Out of the shotgun position. This one's going to be to Kuntz. Kuntz is going to take it around the right-hand side. He's going to gain about 5 before finally brought down by the Cowboys. Braden Duncan in on the tackle.
Yep, they're hanging in there. They're intent on trying to gain yards, but they're still just letting that clock bleed down.
Perez comes out, and that'll bring in Rocky Marchitelli as the free safety. Those two oftentimes share it. Perez with a little bit more of the, as a senior, a little bit more play time in that position. Marchitelli, again, proven out to be a little bit deep. That's the younger brother of the quarterback, Nico Marchitelli. This is going to bring Kuntz to the line. Again, he's going to split his receivers out to the right-hand side. Nobody to the left. Double split back behind him. Here comes the snap. It's just going to be a quick handoff straight up the middle to Felice. Felice is going to get met immediately by that front line. Actually, that was Buchanan coming out of the linebacker position. And good double teamed up by both Frias and Buchanan there to stick it. Originally slowed up by number 68, Ty Taramarcus.
Looks like they have Ashton in the center as well now, playing some nose guard, and he can definitely take care of those first 2 gaps on the inside.
Eagles with a 3rd down and a long 4 to go. And that's going to bring up Kuntz out of the shotgun. Again, 2 backs with him under heavy pressure, and he's going to go down. That'll go down as a sack. Heavy penetration, again by Caleb Vincent, the junior Cowboy tight end, or defensive end.
The Eagles aren't even putting anybody on him. They're just letting him free release off the edge, and it's catching up to him. He's just too fast to let release off the edge without any body on him.
And again, punt formation by the Eagles. And an end-over-end high punt doesn't get much distance to it, nor does it get an Eagles bounce. It's going to go for the Cowboys till finally touched up by Ace Connolly of the Eagles, and that's going to be right at about the 50-yard mark, maybe even inside Eagle territory. And Cowboys going to get started on the offensive side of the ball as they make that switch. And good little taking advantage of just a poor little squib kick there. And Cowboys with excellent field position to get started with a 44-8 lead here with 4:36 left in the 3rd period. Quarter.
14-yard punt is what the stat sheet just called in on that one. And they had a Cowboy bounce coming back towards our goal line.
Cowboys stick with the varsity squad here. As the Riser's going to split out to the left. They're going to send Gabby Marmolejo, who comes in for Spencer Dickey. He comes into that slot position as he's out with Solonic on the far right where all the green grass is. This time it's handoff to Duncan. Duncan's going to go for the green grass as he takes it around to the right. There's a flag on the play. Duncan's going to pick up about 7 after some extra effort there.
I think they might get us for a block in the back with all that motion going that way, and then he cut it back. One of those Eagles had his back to one of our guys, and he just accidentally ran into him.
Well, I don't think there's any argument. 3 flags in the exact same area from 3 different officials. And that's exactly what we're going to get back, and that's going to move the ball as Caleb Vincent comes out of the game, replaced by Perez as he'll come back in at the fullback position. And that'll be 1st down and about 16 yards to go.
Those are hard to avoid sometimes when a guy is in front of you and he stops running and you just run right over him. Unfortunately, the referee was standing right there and saw it.
Marmolejo again still in the game for Dickey as he's going to line up with Riser on the strong side with double split out to the left, option out to Duncan. Duncan's going to move and try to take advantage of the opposite side, so exact same play coming the opposite direction. Duncan finally goes down. Doesn't gain much, a gain of about 4 before finally brought down. Not enough to even get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 14.
That time, number 11 for the Eagles, Simon Cox, gambled and tried to sidestep Riser's block, and he just picked right, and he sidestepped right into the cut of Duncan.
Going to bring him back to the line. This time, snap comes off. Marchitelli options out again to Duncan. Duncan goes out the far right side. Couple key blocks is going to give him a few running rooms there. Finally brought down at about halfway in between the markers, so about 4 yards off of the original line of scrimmage after a gain of about 7.
Once again, Solonic on the outside with that seal block, just mirroring his man, adding that extra 4 or 5 yards, putting into 3rd and short rather than 3rd and long.
I was mistaken. That carry was by Perez that time.
I like the speed of their backfield. When they hit the edge, they are full speed.
And we're going to get a timeout. Gunnison here with 2:57 left to go here in the third quarter. Cowboys with a 44-8 lead. We're going to take a timeout with them. You're tuned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for sports in the Gunnison Valley.
Hey, Buff's Collision is here locally and ready when you have an accident. Prompt, courteous body repairs, frame straightening, and perfect paint matching for any vehicle. And modern aluminum bodywork is everyday stuff. Buff's Collision can handle those deer collisions, too. Free estimates, Buff's Collision, 601 South 10th Street. Give them a call at 641-2727 or go to buffscollision.com.
Welcome back to the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Cowboys up 44-8 right here on Cowboy Network as Cowboys looking to extend their lead and go back onto the even side of the scorecard with 2-2, but there's still a little bit of football left. Cowboys going to have to be smart all the way through it on both the player side and the coaching side. 3rd and 5 right now. We'll see what the Cowboys opt to do after calling a timeout. Coach Hinton didn't like something on the offensive side there.
Yeah, interesting timeout, 3rd and 5. I think he just wanted to get the right play, get the first down, and then maybe just start bleeding this clock away and put this game in the books.
Marmolejo and Slonic out to the left-hand side. Double splits now back with Marchitelli out of the shotgun. This time going to give it to, looks like Mapes. Mapes is going to take it all the way around the corner. He's going to finally get drug out of play at around the 30-yard line. That's enough for a first down. And boy,
Bogdan Maples, that
change right there,
all
huh?
over the field. He showed a little bit of speed and quickness there. He's been using on the defensive line all day. He dipped his shoulder once on the inside and brought that linebacker up a little bit. Then he hit the edge.
First carry of the season for Bogdan Maples, and he gets a good little gain for the Cowboys and a first down, and that'll bring up Marchitelli. He's going to have a single setback in Perez up the middle. The handoff goes, and Perez still on his feet, finally brought down. That'll be a gain of about 5.
Yeah, the Cowboys are now just exerting their force on the front line. They're getting a 3-yard surge every play. And they're still kind of going hurry up. I think they just want to get as much football as they can right now.
This formation that they're running has 2 running backs with them, and they've been mixing it up between a T formation, a pistol formation, and kind of that shotgun formation. It's only going to leave for 2 receivers out on the wide side. A tight end and Vincent will go to kind of a slot position as Reiser and Solonic on the wide sides. This time a handoff to Duncan. Duncan takes it up to the 20, the 15, the 10. He's finally met and drug out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Good gain by Duncan. That'll be a first down Cowboys, and Cowboys continue their relentless pursuit for the end zone.
Number 5, LaRue from the Eagles makes the touchdown-saving tackle. Looks like...
Yeah, and that was quite the size mix-up. You look at Braden Duncan, a.k.a. the Taz, coming in. The Tasmanian Devil is his nickname, and for a great reason. You look at that size matchup, and LaRue, if he wasn't there, Duncan almost ran right over him.
He sure did. Duncan runs hard. He puts his shoulders down and runs hard.
Again, split backs with Marchitelli. Marchitelli's going to hold on to it, and he's just going to walk it into the end zone as he finds a quiet pocket right across the goal line, and that'll be another touchdown for Marchitelli, his 3rd of the game, on a short little 3rd-yard run after a big gain by Duncan. Sets it up for Marchitelli to put another 6 on the board, and Cowboys again continue to extend their lead right here.
Yep, once again, the left side of the offensive line, Ty Taramarcus and Sam Buchanan just walled off that interior defensive line, allowing Marchitelli to just literally walk into the end zone.
Sanchez comes out for the extra point. Going to be held by Marchitelli. A little bit slow getting some communication down. Snap is low, kick is high, and it's up and it's through. And Sanchez has been awesome on this. He did miss his first attempt at an extra point back in the first quarter, but so far has been perfect since then with a score of 51-8. Cowboys over the Eagles with 1:18 left to go here in this third quarter. We'll go ahead and when we come back, Cowboys will be kicking it off again to the Eagles. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Hey, did you know Western Lumber is locally owned, family operated, and here in Gunnison for over 40 years? You contractors and homeowners, Western Lumber has everything you need for your projects. Great hardwoods, decking, masonry supplies, roofing materials, insulation. Western Lumber, they've got it all at the West End. 601 West Highway 50, 641-1819.
A 43-point deficit will move the clock to running as your Cowboys over the Eagles in a commanding force of a game right now with just under 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And Sanchez, who was just good on an extra point, will come out to kick the ball off from his own 40-yard line. And Cowboys losing a little bit of momentum going into that second half with allowing that touchdown. And they've picked it right back up and have all the momentum in this second half, Chris.
Yeah, they are eager to get out there, and every one of these guys that's on the field is full speed no matter where they're at.
Sanchez with the kick, little end over endo, and that's going to end up trying to get it over to one of the sides rather than up the middle, but it's going to take a hard bounce, and that's going to go out at the 15-yard line. The penalty will be assessed to the placement of the ball. And for the second time in a row, Sanchez finds the sideline and a penalty that's going to give the Eagles a little bit of a better field position than they originally thought they were going to get. And the Eagles are going to take over. Looks like the final ball mark will be at... They're going to switch sides of the field. So that'll end the third quarter. We're going to go into the fourth as the clock still runs. We'll reset that to 12, though, because that's not where it is. 51-8. We'll bring it back to you here in a second. When we turn back, you're tuned into 98.3 KEJJ, your home for sports in the Gunnison Valley.
Hey, did you know Gunnison Pizza is Gunnison's hottest pizza place at 303 East Tamichi? What's your pleasure? 16-inch, 18-inch, how about 20-inch? Yeah, 20-inch pizza with 13 stock toppings, but you can build your own too. And wait till you have a Gunnison pizza. How great can it get? You got to savor just tasting it. And they've got 6 great salads, burgers too, cookies, cheesecake, and shakes to boot. Gunnison Pizza, 641-1110, 303 East Tamichi.
Welcome back to the start of fourth quarter action with the Cowboys with a 51-8 lead over the Paonia Eagles. The Eagles coming in at 0-3. We're trying to get something to the win column, but the Cowboys so far have been very successful. Cowboys going to the south side of the field now, defending that south end zone as we switch side for this final quarter here. And Cowboys still controlling this game and still holding a pretty good solid set of varsity holds. We're seeing a few changes here. Number 10 comes in. That's Hunter Vincent comes in, the younger brother of Caleb. Snaps a little bit high, but finally gets off to Felice. Felice finds around the corner, and he's going to beat Reiser to that outside. Reiser just gives him a little hand to push him out of bounds, but not before a gain of about 5.
And that he was forced to change his direction by number 28, Gabby Montalejo, where he showed his speed. He closed on him and forced him to bounce that thing outside where Reiser was waiting for him.
Peyton Frias comes out of the game as a middle linebacker as Miles Harris takes position, another freshman entering the game. Looks like we've got Royce Urigan as an outside linebacker, another freshman. So a good little mix. Michael Reiser is going to move to an inside linebacker position, which normally he plays in a cornerback.
This is where they want to get all these younger guys some time for the future down the road and for later on this year.
Eagles fake the handoff up the middle, but finally brought down. Carrillo's going to go down after a gain of maybe 1. That'll bring up third down and about 4, maybe a short 5 or a long 4.
Defensive end Alex Harvey just met him and bear hugged him and threw him to the ground.
On that outside end, we've got Tom Murgatroyd in, as well as Caden Kula, another sophomore, on the front line, along with Jacob White, another freshman on the front line. So the whole front line made up of freshmen right now.
And they're still holding strong.
Eagles set up in the similar formation as they do, double splits behind the quarterback out of the shotgun position, double split receivers out to the left-hand side, nobody to the right. This time handoff goes up the middle, and again, no gain on the play, if anything, potential loss. And that'll bring up 4th down and 5.
It's like Miles Harris and Royce Urig teamed up on that tackle.
Jacob White, the freshman, comes out of the game, and that'll put in number 62, Ashton Carroll will come back in. Carroll, a sophomore.
They'll put him right over the center and allow him to manage those 2 A gaps and let that linebacker kind of run free.
The outside hold will be done by Mason Williams as the freshman cornerback comes in, along with senior Ezra Hartzell on the left-hand side for cornerback. And this will be Carilla out of the shotgun. He's back to pass. He looks over the front. He's got a wide open receiver and wound up, tied up quickly by LaRue is the intended receiver, and a little bit of a gain afterwards.
Rocky Marchitelli made a touchdown-saving tackle. He came in from the backside, got a shoestring tackle. There was no one behind him.
Yeah, that was a great read by Rocky Marchitelli coming out of the free safety position, as he had LaRue had beat the entire secondary there, minus Marchitelli. He was the only one left, did a great job of containment there. But the Eagles now inside Cowboy territory on the 40-yard line against this predominantly freshman squad on the defensive side of the ball for the Cowboys. That'll bring up Jorge Carril out of the shotgun. This time he's going to put both his set receivers off to the right-hand side. He's back looking to pass. He's got plenty of time. Looks over the middle and just dropped. Had room. Coverage by number 10, Hunter Vincent. But came in a little bit late, and that was
Evan Gallowich on the coverage. Number 80. These young Cowboys are playing with some pride. They don't want to give up any points. They're taking every advantage they can of this playing time they're getting on the varsity side.
Absolutely. Running clock at 8:17 here in the 4th quarter. Cowboys up 51-8. Clock will remain running unless the Eagles can score in any fashion right now, as we're 1 point above the 42-point running clock, and that'll be a handoff over to Felice. Felice tries to take it out the outside. He's still on his feet. Cowboys finally bring him down. And that was, again, Evan Gallowich chasing down for the tackle after about a 9-yard gain.
Kevin Wolf assisted on that tackle. He came from the backside defensive end with some great pursuit. These guys are sprinting to the football.
Eagles taking their time out of the, looks like Marmolejo just came into the outside linebacker position. Not a position he's a stranger to. It's not just one that he holds on a regular basis, though. So coach is switching a lot of things up, testing a lot of players at a lot of different positions. Again, out of the shotgun are the Eagles. Double split out to the, or behind him, and then singles to the left and right. And again, hits him right in the numbers. And it's just going to be dropped by number 44, McDaniel.
Number 18, Gavin Fisher, was right on him, though. He had great coverage. He was waiting to make the play.
Inside of 7 minutes here in the 4th quarter, Cowboys 51, Eagles 8 on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Thanks for joining us, gang, whether it's on the radio here locally or if you're participating in the live stream that's going on the YouTube connection. I'm John Solonic along with Chris Kruthop this afternoon, bringing you a little high school football, something we didn't think we'd see all season, but here we are on a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Happens to be Halloween. And the Eagles out of the shotgun. Long snap count, high snap, but finally managed. This one's going to be handed off to number 2. That's going to be Tribble. Tribble's going to take it all the way down. He's got a first down and some more room as Tribble finally brought down at the 15-yard line, and that'll move the chains. And now the Eagles flirt with potentially able to end this running clock.
Yeah, another great tackle by Rocky Marchitelli. He seems to be back there reading the play and coming up to save the big runs. It looks like the Eagles just caught the Cowboys in a little bit of an inside blitz. Both linebackers, think the Cowboys were thinking pass, and they sent both the linebackers up the middle, and there was just a little bit of an opening on that second level, and he made one cut and was down to Rocky.
Well, Marchitelli, a good little player out there. He's not the largest player. He's a sophomore coming in at 5'2" and 100 pounds soaking wet, but very effective at his position as the Eagles come in off of the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Carilla. High snap's going to go too high, but picked up by Tribble out of the air, and Tribble's going to make maybe something out of a total disaster.
Miles Harris came up and put quite the pop on him. Held him for about a 2-yard loss. It looked like he had a little bit of running room.
Cowboys have capitalized on a couple of turnovers with that high snap and or even the low snap, so we'll just call it the miss snap. And that time Tribble, that ball just tipped up off of the quarterback's hands and went right into Tribble's. Tribble's able to get a little bit of a gain from where he caught the ball, but not yet back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Eagles. 4:56 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 51-8, Cowboys over the Eagles. Out of the shotgun comes Carilla. He's looking back to pass into the flats, but that's going to fall just a little bit short. Pass intended for Simon Cox. Cox just couldn't slow down enough to make that adjustment to the poorly thrown ball, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
I think he got rid of that as quick as he could. He saw those linebackers coming again from right up the middle.
Well, and this is good for the Cowboys, getting in a little bit of mix. John Parker, another freshman, comes in at the linebacker position. He'll play the outside side on the right-hand side.
This will be big if the Cowboys can get a few JV games. These younger players will feel pretty confident having come in and put up a pretty good stand against a varsity side.
Paonia Eagles out of the shotgun again with double split backs. This time Carrillo looking to pass, and he does out to the right-hand side. But again, Noah McDaniel can't hold on to the ball. He had his cornerback beat on that side. Would have been a solid gain for the Eagles, but it's going to come back and be 4th and 12.
Hunter Vincent was right there on waiting for that play to come, and
well, no, it's good prevent by Hunter, because I talked about there wasn't tight coverage, but it was loose enough because Vincent knew exactly where the 1st down marker was and was just keeping him from making it there.
He was in position.
So with 3:27 left to go, Cowboys, gang, if you're missing out and can't attend to any of these sports, what a great way to find it right here on the radio station 98.3 as we bring you not only football, but once the basketball season starts, we'll get college basketball and high school basketball back on the radio. And then hopefully in the spring we'll have some baseball. Carrillo back to pass for the Eagles as he looks right, throws right. This one gets stepped in front of, and that was, I believe that was Hunter Vincent again on the coverage. Good read.
Right in position again.
Almost intercepted, but that'll be a turnover on downs. And we'll see what adjustments on the offensive side. I got a feeling we're going to start to see some of the freshman offensive squad is going to take their time on this. And Cowboys are going to call a timeout just to kind of regroup a little bit and talk about the way they're going to handle this last 2:42 left to go. Once we come back, it'll be Cowboys ball, but deep in their own territory. It'll be predominantly a freshman squad in 1st and 10. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, your home for Cowboy football.
Do you need a mortgage? The easiest way to go is head for Gunnison Savings and Loan. A GS&L professional can be your personal expert, whether you want to buy a new home or refinance your current home. Give GS&L a call, 641-2171 in Gunnison. And don't forget, Gunnison Savings and Loan has been serving the Gunnison country since 1911, serving you whenever you're ready.
Cowboys still in a sideline huddle after this timeout as they have a 51-8 lead with only 2:42 left. Cowboys making some big adjustments on their players that are out there, and some of the freshmen that normally never get a chance to see varsity time are getting to play against this Paonia varsity squad who hasn't made any freshman offers yet. And Cowboys so far up to the challenge, as that's like you talked about earlier, gaining that confidence. They just held the entire Eagle squad there and in their own zone and showed that they could compete against this squad.
That says a lot about some of these younger players and the confidence the coaches have in them. They don't want to give up any more points, but they put them in there and they left them in there down on the 18-yard line, knowing they could have got in the end zone.
So it looks like they're bringing out the freshman squad. Rocky Marchitelli is going to set up. He's got Williams and somebody else out to Vincent out to the right-hand side. This one's going to go up the middle, but for a gain of maybe a yard, depending on where they're going to mark this. And that was Royce Urig.
Just a little ISO play to Urig. I think they're just going to try and work on a little bit of line action and run the ball, get these guys a couple carries, and let that clock kind of bleed out.
Rocky Marchitelli, the younger brother of the senior quarterback, now in at quarterback for the Cowboys. They're going to run split out wide to the left-hand side and a double split, one to the right-hand side. Pair of backs behind him in that T formation that they haven't run all season but are taking advantage of now. Rocky Marchitelli holds on to the ball, but he goes nowhere before he's met by a sea of white jerseys. And again, really no gain on the play inside of 2 minutes left to go in a Cowboy 51, Eagle 8 game.
Still a lot of players going in and out. Coaches are making sure every one of these boys gets some time on the field on both sides of the ball, hoping to get them some valuable varsity time that'll help them in practice and help them down the road in the season.
Well, and that's really the key. Is we talked about the need to create that depth, and it goes all the way back to the middle school program. But even like right now, when you've got this type of a lead, you really want to give these guys an opportunity to, because this is the future of your program right here. Rocky Marchitelli out of the shotgun. He's got a pair of backs with him. High snap, but he handled well, looking for a deep throw. Pass intended for number 80. That's Evan Gallowich, but Gallowich unable to get to it as it was slightly overthrown, and that'll be an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 7.
Gallowich got himself open. He ran a great route, just a little corner route. He took a step inside, and the safety turned, and he was free on the outside going towards the sideline.
Clock's going to continue to run as we're inside a minute. 43-42 and counting. Cowboys taking their time coming out. I would imagine, this is a time that there's 2 things that you always want to be aware of. Number 1 is getting your players some time, but also injuries. So when you're buried deep back in your own zone like this, I got a feeling coach is just going to run this out, call this one a success, as they'll probably come in for, looks like we'll get a
Gunnison timeout. They set up a punt, I imagine.
So running the clock down. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, Cowboy Sports Network.
Americans got money.
Are you hungry? Well, your Gunnison McDonald's has you covered. Our drive-thru is open and ready to serve you the hottest, juiciest quarter pounder with cheese made with 100% fresh beef. How about an Egg McMuffin or some Chicken McNuggets? Thirsty? Come by and enjoy a $1 any size soft drink. McDonald's is open and ready to serve you tasty food and drinks right in the comfort and safety of your car. Come on over. We'd love to see you. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Stadium, gang. Whether you're joining us here on the radio at 98.3 KEJJ or if you're on the live stream, the YouTube streaming, hopefully it's working this time. I know last time it didn't work and we had to come back. They did have it set up, so if for whatever reason it doesn't work, it did not work today, it will be archived and you'll be able to go back and check it out, as we were able to do that on the last game. Hopefully they were able to get that kind of squared away. And it looks like back is Marmolejo, Gabby Marmolejo for the Cowboys, back to punt. Perfect snap to him, and this time he gets a lot of foot on this ball. This one's going to go into Great Eagle territory, and finally is going to be touched at about the 30-yard line by the Cowboys. It looks like the 30-yard line, and that'll pretty much end the game here with 10 seconds left and a running clock in tow. And that's going to do it here, gang. Final score, Cowboys 51, Eagles 8, and Cowboys come away with the second win in just as many games after dropping a big 2 as they started the season, but this time now they're on a little bit of a pattern and a winning streak with 2 in a row. Gang, we're going to send it back to the station, hear from some of our sponsors, give us a chance to kind of go over some of our notes. When we come back, we'll give you a little post-game wrap-up. I'm John Solonic along with Chris Kruthop. We appreciate you joining us here, gang. We'll be right back. You're tuned in to 98.3 KEJJ, the Cowboy Sports Network.
Chuck Hawes here with Western Slope Connection. We'd like to thank all of our customers for 15 years of business. It's been a pleasure serving you all. Swing down to the shop located on the west end of town by the car wash. We'll help you with your metal needs. We also weld up parts and pieces. We carry a good supply of welding goods as well. If you have that little something to get you ready for next summer, come see us between January and March. That's the best time for those projects to get done. At Western Slope Connection, we can weld your crack. 641-5171.
Hey, Buff's Collision is here locally and ready when you have an accident. Prompt, courteous body repairs, frame straightening, and perfect paint matching for any vehicle. And modern aluminum bodywork is everyday stuff. Buff's Collision can handle those deer collisions, too. Free estimates, Buff's Collision, 601 South 10th Street. Give them a call at 641-20 2727 or go to buffscollision.com. Hey, did you know Western Lumber is locally owned, family operated, and here in Gunnison for over 40 years? You contractors and homeowners, Western Lumber has everything you need for your projects. Great hardwoods, decking, masonry supplies, roofing materials, insulation. Western Lumber, they've got it all at the West End. 601 West Highway 50, 641-1819. Hey, did you know Gunnison Pizza is Gunnison's hottest pizza place at 303 East Amici? What's your pleasure? 16-inch, 18-inch, how about 20-inch? Yeah, 20-inch pizza with 13